One, and we're live.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Oh, I already kind of wish that everybody had a good Thanksgiving last time, but we're doing that again. I hope everyone had a great holiday. And we're playing Dragon Age. We're playing Dragon Age Inquisition again. We are marching towards the end game. Tamar and her fantastic bone structure is about to fuck some shit up. It's about to fuck some Coryphia shit up.
Oh boy.
Even a sentient darkspawn who attempts to ascend to godhood is afraid of a diva pop star, as we'll come to learn.
Well, we're not facing off Coryphia. I guess we are facing Coryphias because that's gonna be later in the level. But yeah, I ground. What was it? Past tense. I never have done this before.
You ground coffee, certainly, but you grinded the power we needed.
There we go. Yeah, I will say I'm missing one. We're missing one power, but I also unlocked the guide that lets you buy power. And I've just been so busy that when I set all that up, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, we can do that on stream. You need to sort through inventory anyway. So. Yeah,
we can do that. You know what's weird is I don't think I've ever utilized the buy power thing. So when you said that, I'm like, did I even know that was a thing? I think I might have seriously not known that was a thing.
Well, you have to unlock it from the war table. So unless you didn't do the war table, you probably didn't get it. And then you also got to find it because it's like a weird place in between the stables and the, I don't know, the courtyard.
Yeah, but I think I might have not known. I watched on your DAO stream when you did the thing where Sten reads the fucking scroll or whatever he does.
Yeah.
Was that a thing you had never run into before? Because that's
no, never. I kind of ignored the. Are we going to start the game, by the way?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm going on sidebar conversations.
I have to always get on you about that.
All right, there we go.
No, yeah, the feast day. Jesus Christ, the feast day gifts and pranks. I never really touched much because I just thought it was like you get approval and that's it. I didn't actually know it did stuff. So
yeah. When I saw that, I was excited because I ran across that just by happenstance, but I was so happy. I'm like, oh my god, that's a freaking Dragon Age thing. I've seen that Caitie has it. It's the one thing.
I'm happy for you. there are things, especially in Origins. I feel like Origins, I kind of just played it the first time and then moved on, and then like I don't really think there's that much to Dragon Age 2, but I played the shit out of Inquisition.
Oh yeah.
So.
Dragon Age 2 is one of those things. I was just thinking about this the other day because I'm really grappling with how much I love Red Dead Redemption 2. As anyone who is watching my Twitter.
Before you go on Red Dead Redemption, is there like something going on screen or is it frozen for me?
There should be something going on screen. Yeah.
Let me refresh real quick. Okay, yeah, there's something going on. Okay.
Right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to the war table right now.
It froze for me, so I just wanted to make sure that was it and not the stream.
Yeah, no, that's good. We haven't talked shit about Oklahoma or David Beckham yet, but I don't know. Karma is a bitch. We've probably stored up. Avril Lavigne has probably sent death assassins after us.
Assassins? Cringy Hot Topic assassins.
And what was I gonna say? Well, can I get Ariana Grande to fight her? Because I liked that music video that she did recently.
Why? I don't know much about Ariana Grande.
It's the music video, which I guess music videos don't have to have anything to do with the content of the songs anymore, because this one totally doesn't. It's her song "Thank You Next," which is sort of about some people thought it was like a diss track to Pete Davidson, her former fiance, but it's just sort of in general. It's about an ex, like exes kind of a thing.
Oh, is that Thank You Next song?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I heard it was supposed to be like a whole. I feel so old saying this because it's been all over the internet, but I hear it's supposed to have like a lot of like references to like a teenage rom-com.
That's exactly it. 90s or early 2000s teen. Is it Orlais or Ferelden side?
It should be the Ferelden side. It's okay. There's like an exclamation point like on the if you go to the Ferelden side.
Power
it's on like yeah, that's it.
There we go. A formal document with impeccable. Okay, it doesn't matter. I was gonna read it for a second, and then I realized like we've never read any of these ever, and that'd be really inconsistent.
Now we're all about
it is so weird that, and I'm not complaining, but it is so weird that like I never saw myself as being a streamer. And if I did, like, there's a particular type of streamer that I thought I would have liked to emulate, like a Sorcerer Dave. I don't know if you know who that is, but like the super boring type who read every document. That's what I like to watch. When I really like, if I watch gameplay, I like to watch the people who are like, well, I'm a thief, and so I should have silent boots, and like just like really like into the details. And I don't stream like that at all, even though that's what I thought I would try to do. Anyway.
No, I've had people say that they like your rants, where you just like pause the game for like 10 minutes and then talk about like.
I get mad at Liam or the fact that there's no change on Kadara.
Exactly, yeah. You know, I've been rewatching Star Trek Next Generation with Michael because he loves that show.
Mm-hmm. Do I back out totally of this again?
Yeah. Oh, leave. Yeah, leave. You're done.
And then we go find him somewhere.
Yeah, he's going to be in between the courtyard and the stables, you know? So I guess just start walking to the courtyard, and there's going to be, like, I think he's an elf, just like a dude at a stand on your right.
All right.
Anyway, cool. We've been watching Star Trek Next Generation, and in one of the episodes, this woman tells Picard, like, oh, who's, like, he asked her to dinner or something, and she goes, oh, are you buying? But, like, in Star Trek universe, you apparently, like, don't have money, so I was like, hey, wait a minute. It's like this. It's like this change.
Oh, anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess that's because they have Star Trek. They've got the is it replicators or generators? Like they just generate all their food.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not like I don't know Star Trek lore.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big I'm super weird. Like the one Star Trek series that I watched a bunch of just because I don't know why, but I watched Star Trek Voyager. And I was like a kid when I watched it, but it's weird because like when people talk about Star Trek, I'm like, yeah, fucking like Voyager and shit, and everybody gets mad at you because nobody likes that one.
Which one's Voyager?
That's the one with Kate Mulgrew.
Sorry, I look over to Michael, and he just is giving this look of like, you don't fucking know Voyager. Get your own stream. You need to go talk about Star Trek.
Fucking Captain Janeway, man.
No one can hear you. If you want to come here in the stream, come over here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a domestic. Oh, no.
Michael's got to stand up for
LeBron James and
Captain Janeway. I don't know anything about Star Trek, but let me tell you about Pickard and William T. Roker.
Oh man, we're off to a strong start, folks.
Oh God, that was my husband, Michael. Caitie has been close to divorce on stream like 4 times. Oh God.
Take me, Fossil.
Oh, this is great. Fossil's in the chat too. It's just like
Fossil.
Oh my God! You know what I feel like right now? Have you guys seen that one viral video where the guy is at a basketball game and he's on kiss cam and he starts proposing to his girlfriend and there's that one black guy in the background who's just super shocked? I feel like that's me right now. I'm just watching this going like, what's gonna happen?
Fossil says, Michael, my one true love, what shall we Okay. Buy this power so we can go on and do game stuff instead of watching my marriage fail.
What's going? Wait, where's the elf? You said he was on the right by the stables.
Yeah, turn the right. The right. No. You're okay. There's like a buy or sell stand.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I don't know if it's an elf. Was it an elf?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell because he's got soulless skin.
Oh. Yeah, it's also really dark. Buy the cheapest one. Whatever the cheapest one is. You only need one of them. I'll be fine.
It's just like the private trade agreements?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheapest one. How many would I like to purchase? Uno. Now I have it.
And now, you probably also want to like sort through your inventory because you have 74 out of 75 items. And then after that, we can finally start what Pride had wrought.
Woohoo! Okay. All right, cool. So let's just sell.
We're also going to probably be under-leveled, so...
Again.
I didn't grind that well.
Yeah, that's fine. We've been under level for I don't know how long. So
yeah, just the Samson, because we did not do Samson's armor, which I think it's I almost did it, but I was like, well, that's kind of in character for her not to give a shit about what Cullen thinks. So.
Oh boy, you're
I was
right.
like, oh, well.
That's harsh, but you're right.
Yeah.
I think probably, even though it's going to take a tad bit longer, see if there's not some, well, I'm just making sure if we're going in under level before I sell everything to make sure people are geared out as well as we can have them.
Sure.
But I don't think anything is, well, no, that's not true. There's a few things that are slightly better.
Oh, I know people were talking about it in the chat, and then my husband decided to go on a weird rant about Star Trek. But the Dragon Age announcement, I did hear about it, and I about peed myself. I don't know where you were, Jordan, but
I was kind of more on the, I was just clinging to the Mass Effect stuff when he said, when of course we're talking about the Casey Hudson's monthly post that he does, the little blog update. And when he mentioned the Dragon Age stuff, just every time I hear anything Dragon Age related, I'm just like, yes, that's right, it exists. What else? So I'm hyped. Don't get me wrong. I'm actually excited for that, and the fact that Obsidian is going to be also announcing their new game. It looks like a new intellectual property, maybe sci-fi, and it looks pretty full scale, and everybody's thinking Microsoft would not have acquired them if they didn't have something big. And they're going to be announcing their new IP at the Game Awards, so I'm hyped overall for the Game Awards.
All right. I don't even remember what they said on Mass Effect. Like, I was so excited for Dragon Age. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, well, again, it's like nothing different than the N7 Day video, right? It's just basically like something we're not giving up on. It's basically just Casey Hudson saying what I've been saying for over a year now, which is Mass Effect is not dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is nice because, I like being right, so.
Here's where I'm going to, show you guys that I know very little about games outside of BioWare. What games has Obsidian done?
Oh, Pillars of Eternity, and they did KOTOR 2, and they did Fallout New Vegas. So they are, Obsidian is very much for a lot of people, they feel that they have surpassed BioWare because of Pillars, and Obsidian is that RPG company who is staying true to the old RPGs and zero microtransactions, and that's why people love them. And they make really good games. They write really good stories.
Yeah.
Pillars has very similar appeal as far as your party members are very well written. People love Adair and they love Garrus and stuff like that.
Yeah. Wait, there's a Garrus in Pillars?
No. I said Adair is the name of a character.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he's the best bro of that series.
I want to play it, so I gotta get on that. I think I've just been so swamped with the rest of my life that I haven't been able to take to play any games.
That is totally fair, and also it's not like you don't keep super busy. So,
yeah.
Dang, our roster has gotten kind of light here. I'm like, where's Sarah and fucking Blackwall? And
oh my god, I forgot we kicked out Sarah.
I'm like, oh yeah, we fucking fired their ass.
Yeah, they
got straight up.
I'm surprised. I am honestly surprised Cole has stayed on long enough, does this mean, Tamar secretly has a good side somewhere in there? That Cole's like, man, she's kind of fucked up, but there's a heart.
That's a good or you know what it is? Maybe I'm going to go with this instead. He's just quiet enough, right? He's just quiet enough that she doesn't mind him being there. She doesn't. She forgets he's there. Not because he uses his abilities. She literally just forgets about him. Who are you? Oh, that's right, the spirit boy.
Maybe the reason he stays on is because, she's causing so much distress. He's like, I don't fucking know where else I'd go. This is the perfect place to
to prevent suffering.
Yeah.
He helps. He helps everybody else forget how mean she is to them. After she gets done yelling at poor Josephine and she's in tears, Cole comes out and he's like, there. And he just makes her forget.
And that's why people people are following her because Cole accidentally is like enabling her because he's freaking all the bad
but it's also why people keep fucking up Tamar's coffee. Like, they can't remember how she likes it. Cole he erases everything, so he erases the pain, but he also erases the mistake.
Oh, also, okay, so Xenon has a good point here. This is a little bit off top, which, I mean, we're talking about Tamar. Everything's going to be off topic. But the voice of Solus has recently been, I guess, playing for the first time Dragon Age Inquisition. And he tweeted that out. He tweeted out his character. He's playing a human male, so I'm sorry, everyone. He's not going to be romancing himself. But Xenon says, where is it? He's replaying Dragon Age Inquisition right now. Is he re-familiarizing himself with the character?
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. Is that what people are pulling? Is that what people are reaching for right now?
We have nothing, Jordan. It's been 4 years.
I will say, like, I'm pretty sure, and this is, by the way, the gentleman who plays Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2. And yes, you can go ahead and reset the Red Dead Redemption 2 counter, because I've mentioned it again. I'm sure that guy's playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, because he probably loves his own character. He seems to be really enjoying the fact that people love the character a lot, which is nothing wrong with that. That's great. But maybe the Solus voice actor is the same way. Maybe he just likes his own work.
Maybe.
And Roger Clark, by the way, is nominated Video Game Awards for Best Performance, and he goddamn well better win.
Who else is on the ticket, I guess?
The guy who does Kratos. Yuri Lowenthal, who did Peter Parker / Spider-Man in the Spider-Man for PS4, which I think was excellent because I thought he crushed it. Those are the ones that I can remember. There's a couple more. I'm struggling to remember the other candidates.
Is this like a vote? Do the people vote, or is it like some mysterious somebody?
No, it's a collection of press, and then I think maybe they weight it somewhat. Oh, by the way, I'm selling through everything right now, so
sell it all.
I don't think we have anything that's like, ooh, we got to keep that.
Okay, I looked up the nominees because I'm boring. Okay, so that was the actor, right? Like best actor, best performance, I guess.
Yeah, best performance.
Okay, let's go down. Best art direction, best score, audio design, performance. Here we go. Oh, Brian Deschard as Connor in Detroit Becoming Human.
I have not played that, so I don't know. I heard it's good.
He's like the face and the voice of Connor, and apparently he like goes to cons dressed up as the character. And I think that's pretty cute. But
I can dig that, yeah.
There was God of War guy. There was, oh, interesting. The girl option Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but not the male option.
That's okay. So the thing I haven't played that one either, but apparently the female option is much better according to some people.
I've heard that too, but like that must sting. Like,
well, I mean, okay, but there's also the aspect of like some people, within Mass Effect are like, hey, Jen Hale forever, Mark Meer not so much, but then like Mark Meer's not bad. I will say also I think Jen Hale's better, but Mark Meer's is really good too.
But no one's saying that about the Assassin's Creed guy.
No. So they are. No, they are. So I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. I will definitely play Odyssey at some point. So I spent some time on the AC subreddit, just kind of lurking. And there's the occasional thread of like, hey guys, he's not that bad, which is not a great thing to say. He's not that bad. But there's some people who try and defend. I guess he sucks. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm trying. Listen, whoever you are, a guy who does the male. I don't even know the character's name. Alexios, guy who voices Alexios. I'm sure. Look, he's a better actor than me. I'm not.
That's so
I'm not knocking him. I'm sure he's super fucking talented. But people are weird. Right? Like, they do that whenever there's two different options. They do that in every BioWare game. They try and pick the best one. Look, I've noticed And this is no knock on Frida Wolf whatsoever. I think she's great. I love her as an actress. But now that I've been doing more of the female writer playthrough, there are some lines I can pick out where I'm like, I don't think it's really as good as Tom Taylorson did. Like, seriously, like, I think the distinction is pretty clear on the Andromeda side, where I think Tom Taylorson is the better of the writers.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens, you know, it happens. But they're all very talented. That poor guy who fucking plays Alexios, man. That fucking... He's gonna find me on Twitter and go, this fucking guy. Alright, we have 3 items left. Cleared out the inventory. I think we are ready to go. Wait a minute. Did we lose Caitie? Caitie, you still there?
Nope, sorry, I'm there.
Okay, sorry. I was like, oh boy.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm like really swamped with Dragon Age stuff, and like this guy I don't know very well, like he gave me something to use for a video that I need. So I just want to say thank you real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm answering a work email on the stream. I'm really sorry. I'm a shitty person.
Look, DA4 day, DA day. First of all, can we just establish once and for all, what are we saying? Is it DA day?
I don't fucking know.
Is it DA?
I've heard Dragon Age Day, I've heard DA Day, I've heard DA4 Day. My favorite is Dragon Forage Day. Like pronouncing the 4.
I kind of want to go with DA. I don't know.
DA. DA.
Just kind of turn the D into day. Just DA. No, I think DA Day is correct.
Yeah.
Or we could also just tell the truth and just say that N7 Day is way better. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I'm on the team, and I'm going to have to agree with you only because, like, I love what we're doing so far. It's great, but only because yours is actually, like, sponsored by BioWare.
Well, yeah, you never know. I think, look, here's my prediction. It's going to be 1 year where it's totally grassroots, which, by the way, that's fucking awesome. You know, I think the plan is I'm going to kind of hop in on one of the streams that you're doing, but I'm just kind of sitting here looking at a bunch of other, you know, Dragon Age YouTube committed folks putting this together grassroots, and I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Like, that's awesome. So here's my prediction. First year, totally grassroots. Second year, it's probably going to get way better. And then I'm thinking by the third year, you're going to get the official, it's going to be officially co-opted by BioWare.
Because, like, I will say we have reached out to BioWare, but, like, for legal reasons or whatever, we haven't gotten a response. So...
yeah, you know, these things take time, but...
Yeah.
I think for sure it'll be adopted, because why wouldn't it be, right? I mean, it's clearly what the community wants. So
yeah.
All right, I'm making a hard save, and then we'll get started.
Let's flounder our way through Elven Ruin.
That's 22 minutes of nonsense, and I'm pretty sure everyone's thoroughly entertained, if I had to guess. Something about Star Trek, something about that poor guy who voices Alexios.
So Matthias says, did you personally have contact with some of the voice actors? So I will say we do have voice actors as prizes. Well, okay, not the actual voice actor.
Whoa, now.
But it depends on the person and what they were willing to give us, which is all very generous, and thank you. But some of them signed things, some of them got personal messages and stuff like that. I was not the one who actually set that up. God, I always mess up her username. But Dumped Drunken Dalish, who has a blog that does all sorts of cool stuff with Dragon Age. She was a powerhouse and emailed so many people that, like, there's still some people that haven't been announced yet that we have kind of hiding under our pocket. So, like, a shout out to her. Like, all the cool stuff is possible because of her. She was the one in contact with all of the voice actors. I did not actually get to be, which is fine because I'm so not very formal. So I would just be like, yo, hey, you want to do voice stuff?
Why would you?
I don't know.
Why would you turn into one of the people from The Sopranos all of a sudden?
My Italian heritage is coming out.
It's just like, hey, this is an awful nice voice recording booth you got here. Shame if something shit happens to it. And you just start like, there's nothing to knock over, so you just knock over the microphone.
That, like, I'm using, so now they can't hear me and go, oh, I'm sorry, I had to get it.
Oh, God. Okay, well, you know what? If I was in charge of DA Day, I would have put you in charge of the voice actor reach out program.
You wouldn't probably go very well. Oh boy.
I would have we could have just recorded the attempts and just like posted that.
With luck, they'll know which end to grip a sword by.
It's like, hey, we want you guys to click. Okay, God, I don't even know what we're doing. What are we doing?
we're gonna go fight elves.
What Pride had brought. after we do what Pride had brought, and then we can go to hell. First tomorrow's got to kick some ass, and then
Caitie for D4 with that Dragon Age 4 with that. Can you fucking imagine if they have like a stereotypical Italian like protagonist voice or something?
Oh, you know what? I like this movement. People are saying Caitie for DA4. First of all, you people joke, but what's her face from Ash? What You Plan? I mean, that seriously happened. Like she fucking.
That's true.
She became Aloy, and like I didn't even realize it was her at first, and I'm like, I knew she had some smaller parts, and then when I realized she was Aloy, I'm like, oh shit! Like she did it.
She's Chloe Price too in Life is Strange.
Yeah. Like she fucking did it. Like that's fucking awesome.
She's really good too. Like
she's great. Yeah. Like I really liked Aloy as a character, and I thought she really crushed it on some portions. Really throughout the whole game, she's great. Okay. Recommended levels 16 to 19. That is not us.
We're 14. I looked.
Oh boy. Here we go.
All right, guys. I'm hoping that we have enough like weird power mods that it kind of like weighs it a little in our favor a little bit. Oh, but it's gonna be really tough. Like I can't like. We can't do the puzzles, right? Like,
I don't know what you say that again. I was trying to think. I was trying to think of an inappropriate joke to use, and then I had to back out of it.
If you had to back out of it, I'm gonna.
Look, all you said was we're only 14, and I just like how many shots
Jordan,
did I take?
Jordan! Jordan, mommy! This has been a disaster so far. I'm divorced. Jordan's a pedophile. It's good.
I had to take my fucking headphones off. I was laughing so hard. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Fossil's gone. That's not the only thing Jordan had to back out of.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
You said we're only 14, and I'm just like, how many different Chris Hansen jokes can I make right now? And I like my brain just cycled through like 10 or 12 of them, and I go, nope, I can't do any of them. They're all done. We're gonna have to scrap all of them.
Well, thank you for coming, guys. This has been the end of Codex Added in general.
Somebody call up Jeff Keighley and let him know we want to submit ourselves for the best live streamer award. Video game awards.
PewDiePie, Ninja, Codex Added. They talk about pedophiles.
Well, look. This game came out in like 2014, and we're the only ones streaming it, okay? What do you want us to do?
If you want to watch Dragon Age, you're stuck with us.
We talk about Dragon Age sometimes. Also, we talk about Avril Lavigne, and...
Also pick a voice option, my dude.
Alright, what are we doing?
We're talking about, we're telling Morrigan to fuck off, I think.
Stopping him thusly would be ideal, if you could manage it.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Alluvion before him?
I get a kick out of it, like when I actually start paying attention to the game again. I'm like, when I first played this, I was so hyped. I was so into like the drama of the fiction. And now here I am, like dying of laughter about not making pedophile jokes.
You'd lose half of it.
Then what should
as like really good fiction is playing before us.
Oh God. Yeah, like we're about to watch a very dramatic and fun moment, but nah, we're gonna be joking about some other stuff.
To meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, We'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
I would love to play one of the urchins in the Black Emporium.
But the
God,
other wilds
because the Black Emporium, like, no one would care if it's like crappy voice acting. So it's like perfect for me.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge.
That actually would be amazing. It could just be some person in the back.
I would honestly love just to be like something really small, like a merchant. Just give me a merchant.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
That would be fun. I'm trying to think of what would be my ideal role. I mean, it would be so terrible that I think it would be distracting, but like I've always thought it's interesting, like the people who basically have to play like they're dying. I'm like, could I just be a dying guy who's just like, but I'm allowed to ham it up. Like they don't give me any directions of like tone it down. Like I'm allowed to just like wail and just, but I'm also really agitated. And like I would love it if it was just like there's like 25 dialogue options that the player gets to pick, and after a while I'm just like, I'm fucking dying. Stop asking me questions.
We should okay, here's one. Petition BioWare to like has to have a small section in some like Teventer Playhouse, and then we're just some of the terrible actors. So then it makes sense why we're terrible actors.
Oh, well, there's a quest almost like that in Witcher 3, right? Where you get to pick the actors to play in that one play.
Oh, yeah.
I would be totally fine being like the token bad actor. Like I'm supposed to be the worst actor. I would love that because then I could ham it up completely and it would fit.
Oh, man.
Okay. Confirming. Sarah, we fired you. Blackwell, we also fired you.
Rip. Y'all could work at a Teventer brothel.
Y'all could work at...
Hey, what's up? You want to... I'll do anything for a 20.
Can I just be... I want to be like the... I don't want to be like a product. I don't want to be one of the people...
They're called whores, Jordan. God.
Get it right. Show some respect, okay?
They're not a product. They're a whore.
Okay, I just want to be like the. I want to be like the hype man, sort of.
Oh God.
That's what I like. I literally want to be the player's hype man as they're partaking of the horror, like where you just do a camera angle where it sort of shoots the player strategically, and it's just me in the background going like, "Get it."
This is a terrible game. Okay, why is everyone doing F in the chat? What died? What happened? What did we do?
Okay, we're gonna go Dorian, Cole.
Bring out the A team because we're gonna have to fight hard.
Yeah, so we should go Dorian, Vivian, and Cole. No, I'm sorry, not Cole. What am I doing?
Yeah, Cole's the glass. He's made of glass.
No, Dorian. I feel like Cole is glassy, but I don't want to go with 3 ranged characters, which now we have. No, I can go with Cassandra. But Cassandra's kind of crap. We haven't used her.
What about Bull?
Well, yeah, Bull's going to be our tank, sort of. He's not really a tank, effectively, but...
So I asked what died in the chat, and Coochie says Jordan's ability to be explosive.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Nicole says you killed our innocent souls. Look, if anyone has been watching this stream for a while, it's been long gone.
Oh, yeah.
I think that died somewhere around the time when we said we were going to show titties and we were just going to play Beethoven music.
We've yet to have to deal with that. I actually pulled out, well, I don't know if I'll be able to do it at the time of, but I have a prop. So I'll leave that hanging in the air.
Fossil said, if Jordan isn't on a list somewhere in the world, someone isn't doing their job. Look, I shit you not, and I'm not saying this to brag. At one point...
Wait, where is this going, Jordan?
No. I say this not to brag. At some point, someone literally said that I had written one of the finest pieces of new games journalism of the year. That's just where and now I'm here, so...
What the fuck? What does that have to to do with the list of pedophiles?
No, I'm just saying. I was on a very reputable list at one point.
Oh, not anymore, my friend.
That's my point.
Okay, I get what you're pointing. Okay.
I'm proud to be here, folks.
That was low-key a little bit of a humble brag.
It was. It was a humble brag.
Your mic did the thing where it peaks up and it's just a humble brag. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
You gotta fucking fix that, man. But that was like all the people complaining about your mic fucking up. It was all worth it for that one humble brag comment.
What?
God.
The one time it helped us, like the mic had great comedic timing.
Oh, now we actually have to get it fixed, though. Oh God. Whew, whew.
I don't know which USB port is honestly good. Like I'm pretty sure all of the front ones are bad. And because I'm an idiot who didn't actually configure his PC with an Ethernet port, I have to use a USB. All my USB ports are pretty much taken up in the back, and so I don't know. I'll have to figure something out.
Yeah. My voice is going to be dead after this.
I think I got lightheaded there.
The humble brag is going to be best of December. It always is.
On the actual note on the game, I think it's always jarring again when they go back to the normal outfits.
It really is. Like, who are these people? They're not one of us. Maybe this is like the reason why Tamar's not there. It's like, listen, we can't do all of this planning with all those stupid costumes on. Like, we have to. We can't do it.
Or she just walked out. She's like, everyone refused to wear their stupid costumes for the real fight.
Oh, God. Do you think they should have added in Cullen's, like, in the God, what's it called? Trailer for this game. They had Cullen with, like, this lion helmet at this portion. Do you think they should have kept that in, or nah, leave it out?
Lion helmet just seems so out of place for him.
The Red Templars are fighting harder than ever with their
Yeah, it does. At the same time, it's fun, so...
Well, then again, I can't see it. Yeah, I guess if I could see it, maybe I would.
We can clear you a path through his army.
It looked a bit ridiculous, so it was out of... I think it was kind of out of character for him.
It's the one that they have in that one early image of them all at the table, right?
I think? Maybe? Real quick, Emily says, Caitie, who are you going to romance for Dragon Age 2 stream? I ain't. Adding so I have to play this game in one sitting. It's already going to be about like 8 hours or so, and doing a romance would add like an hour or two. Girl, I ain't doing that.
Oh yeah, you gotta get on that speed run.
Yeah, because it's really the quest itself isn't that long. It's just trying to generate the approval. Like when we end the game, I'm gonna be lucky if all of my companions don't leave me. You know, like.
Well, I was gonna say, how much time would it take just to get together and break up with Anders real quick?
I wonder.
Oh, I mean, you still have to do his approval though. Like when I tried to test it out, like I had no one's approval at a place where I could actually romance them. So.
Yeah, well, then I guess that's true. Yeah.
Chug those Red Bulls and get paid.
Time is short.
If I actually had the time and patience to do a romance, I would honestly leave it up to a paid thing where you guys get to you have to pay money for the charity to determine what I romance. Maybe next year, but not this year.
Seeks it, then the alluvian he covets lies within.
This year we're just trying to see if it's even possible. Because like I've never had to sit down and play a game for 8 hours straight in my entire life. It's gonna be a lot of interesting things happening. So I'm probably like really light and jovial at the beginning, and Jordan's gonna be the last person on the stream. By the time Jordan gets on, I'll be like, Jordan, you have to do shit because I ain't talking. I'm about to die.
I'll bring some coffee or some whiskey, one of the two, or both. Why? It's so weird how out of place Celine looks here.
Designs Corypheus has on our lives and people. We are gladdened to see you. This day will be recalled for ages.
Harness C, I'm going to choose to pronounce that. It says, actually, Cullen had the lion helmet because the devs couldn't get his face right at the point. That's cool. I think I heard that, but I forgot about that. I wonder what his face looked like at that point. Like, if it was just, like, modeled weird, or if they didn't have a face at all. When will the stream start, if you know? I do know. It's going to be starting at, hold on, I'm trying to convert for time zones.
May you walk in the light.
I can't do it, but it's going to start at noon Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be on the Dragon 4-Age Day Twitch. It's not on my Twitch, so don't look at my Twitch because it's not going to be there. I guess I could host it. Oh my god, her hair's gone. Josie again.
Josie is a bit bald.
A little bit.
Just a tad.
Bye, Fussel.
Bye, Fussel.
Which Fussel's going to be on the stream too. He's appearing. I forgot. I can't. I don't know what time. I think it's like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to say. So. Yeah, I'll release the schedule of who's all going to be there. But for the moment, we're still trying to get people because people are bad with getting back at me. Josie's going through a bald Britney Spears phase. Ooh, that's fun. 4 p.m. Heathen time. I mean Eastern.
Now that's a view. Get your blood going.
Corypheus'
not that bad.
appear to be on the defensive.
New York uses it, so New York's right. The stress from dealing with Tamar is making Josie go bald. Oh no.
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
I feel like we calmed down a lot after like the first 30 minutes of this thing.
I can keep going. Look, the reason why Josie is bald is because her wig was a pedophile and we're only 14. So Dateline.
We can't keep going on this. Pedophilia cannot be a meme on this channel. I put my foot down. That's too much.
Wait.
It's too much. We already had a pregnancy thing, Jordan. We can't do this.
Okay. All right. Let me bring it back. Hold on, wait. Let's see. I'm thinking. I'm trying to pull some Exalted March bullshit out of my back.
Come on, Jordan. Be funny, Jordan.
I was gonna try and come up with like a pseudo-intellectual, like some deeper meaning to what we're doing. It's like, nah, we're just gonna come fuck some shit up real quick.
God. Oh boy. Who did we pick for the Orlesian thing? I think we did a truce, didn't we?
Yeah, we made it because we posited that Tamar would have a power trip and want to control everyone.
Yes. Well, but while we have the time and I don't know what else to talk about, what are we going to do for this quest, you know? So there's a couple different choices that are going to come up, and what are we going to do for them?
Whichever one you think would be the most, not most bad, but like the original idea of it was, what did we say? Interesting choices or ones that lead to unexpected results. But with these, I don't know if there's one. You pick. I forgot that you had the sword thing. I have to whack some people.
So technically, which by the way, you can level up and get more abilities.
I'm gonna get a tad bit wacky here.
So something that people don't normally do is that you can do all the puzzles in the Elven thing to honor the Elven gods, and then actually deny allying with them. But like, no, there's not really that. It's not really that interesting, you know.
Yeah, and the puzzles are also time consuming.
Yeah, so that's one reason. So yeah, I think we just jump down the hole, even though that would make things harder on us for fighting Samson.
Was it silly of us to not bring Solus, all things considered?
I'm not really. I mean, what's he gonna do? Get mad at us? Like?
Well, yeah, that's the best part.
Oh, okay. So maybe we should have brought him so we can get closer to punching him in the face.
Yeah, because I like upsetting Solus.
Dang. Well.
But either way, I mean, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have plenty of chances to upset people. She already has.
All right. Well, we'll just deal with it. I think we almost have to say we don't decide. We jump down the hole and we fight the elves, even though it's gonna be harder on us. That I feel like that's just consistent.
Yeah, Tamar being difficult.
Yeah. And then for the well, like I can't imagine Tamar not drinking from the well, right? You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's for sure.
Like, and here's the thing with the well drinking, it's really not that interesting to not drink from the well. Like, it kind of makes it easier so you don't have to fight that dragon later on. But that's really about it.
It's prudent. Like, yeah, your take on it is really turned me around on that decision, and I think we talked about it on the episode where we talked about choices. But yeah, your breakdown of it. The more I think about it, like it's the most prudent thing once you understand what it actually is.
Yeah, like I guess to clarify on that for people who haven't seen the episode, I think you shouldn't drink from the well. The Inquisitor already has a whole bunch of weird magic going on with their body. At least when my thought when I first played this is like I have a whole bunch of weird magic messing up my body, and it's like probably elven based because it's based like we know that orb is elven. Why would I want to jump in a pool of water that if you have the arcane ability, you know it's something that's going to like give you compulsions to do things? Like that just sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's like a bad thing plus another bad thing.
Yeah, really. Like, why not have Morrigan drink from it? Worst comes to worst, you gotta kill her. No, whatever. So, I honestly don't understand the argument of drinking from the well. Like, other than just saying this is my heritage, and even then, I'm like, my heritage ain't that important, you know? Like, my health versus my heritage. I guess I would choose the health. That's me. I don't know.
I agree. Sorry, I was for a second focusing on smashing things. Smashing things with Bull is actually quite fun.
Oh, good. Because he likes smashing.
The Red Templar's full!
I'm gonna say something that's what I've been saying the entire time we've been streaming this, but there's a caveat now. So the game still looks really good. I think I say that every single time I play Dragon Age Inquisition. Like, this game looks really good for when it came out.
It really does.
But I will say, after having spent a lot of time with, you guessed it, Red Dead Redemption 2, everything else does actually look different. You know what I mean? Like, now I can kind of tell, oh yeah, this is a 2014 game.
See, I guess the one game I've been sort of playing, and by that, like, I'm really not even that far into it. I will admit, a bunch of my friends and I got Fallout 76. Okay. And so I so far agree with all of the shit it's gotten. At the same time, I'm also having fun with it, and I don't regret buying it.
Yeah.
Like, the glitches are kind of like, I feel weird saying this, because I don't think Bethesda, like, this doesn't excuse Bethesda from releasing a really glitchy game. At the same time, there's like this weird like it's funny, you know? Like
oh yeah, I get that.
So like I'm playing with a whole bunch of friends of mine, and like every once in a while we'll get like a snap, and like one of them on their screen, like the monster's head is like stretched out into the abyss because of a weird glitch, and we just sit there laughing. So like I'm having fun with it. At the same time, it is kind of a shit game. But yeah, that's I guess what I'm trying to get at there, based on what you were saying, is that it's not that great looking. Like I have it on the highest settings, and I think it is on par with Dragon Age Inquisition. If Inquisition is not better, at least that's been my take on it. So, which I know that's not the best representation of modern gaming. Probably Red Dead Redemption looks a lot nicer than Fallout 76.
Well, I mean, well, first of all, it's just good to hear another opinion on that, because I've not played Fallout 76. I was definitely one of the people who was very dismayed that it even exists, quite frankly, because I didn't think that there should have been a Fallout multiplayer game. Or they should have made it a add-on mode to like Fallout 5 or whatever they did next. But, you know, I am getting the sense of, like, there's just this universal outrage and how dare Bethesda and all this. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. Like, that just seems like a lot of, like, internet mobbing,
Anger.
to be honest.
Yeah. I from what I've gotten, it's not so much that the game is super bad that people are really angry about. It's just that the people who really, really love Fallout, this is not a game they wanted, nor a game they would like. And they feel it's very lazy because generally it is lazy. If you go into the final files, they have files like it's not technically a dragon, but it's a goddamn dragon in that game. And even the file itself is called Skyrim Dragon. So
that's what I saw. And when I've seen footage of this, I go, it's got the same animations.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen one in person, but I've seen videos of it. It's a goddamn Skyrim dragon. And like there's like this I don't know what it's called in Skyrim or Skyrim, but it's like this purple pine cone looking flower that's everywhere in Fallout 76. And I'm like, oh, it's the thing. It's the exact same thing. I don't even play Skyrim that much, and I recognized it. So, like, yeah, it definitely reuses a lot, and it looks and feels just like Fallout 4. So it's Fallout 76 is a little bit of multiplayer new code mashed up with Skyrim and Fallout 4. So it's very lazy, I get that, and that's why people are upset about it. The game itself, if it was just created on its own for the first time like that, there would not be this outrage. It's just that Bethesda could do so much more, and they decided to make a quick profit with an easy game. I think that's why people are upset. So, I don't know. That's at least I see it. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think that's very well said. And like I said, it's just refreshing to hear someone actually have a viewpoint other than unmitigated outrage, because I can't say I'm curious about the game, honestly, because I'm not. I'm never going to play it. But I don't like the precedent of, like, something that has merit and has redeeming value just gets treated as though it doesn't. Because even though, you know, like, look what happened with Andromeda. Like, this time it wasn't something that I care about, but it might be next time. You know, it might be, you know, the new Mass Effect game, whenever that comes out, or Dragon Age, where there's a couple bugs and everybody just decides this is crap when that's not true.
Oh, sorry, I keep pronouncing the thing wrong. Sorry.
Oh, you were pronouncing Bethesda a bit weird, is that it?
Yeah, I don't even remember what I said now.
I think you said Bethesda.
Yeah, guys,
close enough.
Well, no, I pronounce words like an idiot, because I'm not good at pronouncing words. Maybe it's the dyslexia thing, but my whole life I've had so much trouble just pronouncing things, and that's just how I am. That's how I come preloaded.
Well, I mean, look, in the hierarchy of mistakes, you pronounced a word wrong. Bethesda made a Fallout game wrong, so...
Take that, atheist.
I mean, it's just not... It doesn't really compare. As far as I'm concerned, they deserve it.
Todd Coward back at it again.
Were we just attacked by elves?
I know.
Did you feel
Todd Coward. I was gonna go. That's pretty good. I was gonna go with Fraud Howard.
Perhaps
but
these creatures are the
you do Fraud
reason
Coward.
Yeah, you could
put them both on there.
Oh, well, look, I can commiserate a little bit. So I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead Online, and holy shit, microtransactions. Holy...
Do tell.
Well, look, Grand Theft Auto Online, which I also played for a minute. You know, I got into it for like a week or two. I was into it. Same thing. I mean, nobody should be surprised. It's exactly what you would expect. But it's just really exorbitant increases from items that are also in the single-player game. So, like, you know, and granted, the scaling of that has to be a little bit different, because if you unlock/buy all of the weapons in a single-player game, who really cares, right? I mean, as long as you don't progress so fast that the game gets super easy. But in a multiplayer game, I can see why they would want it to be harder to get some of the better weapons. I get that. But still, like, you're earning... And keep in mind, the game is set in 1899, so the dollar amounts are, like, smaller because of inflation. But that is reflected in the buying prices as well in the single player, not in the multiplayer. So, like, you'll do a mission and you'll get, like, $3.64. Because in the single player, you know, whatever, like you buy a box of ammunition for 25 cents or something, and you can buy a gun. Like, guns will be relatively expensive, but like $100 or something like that, right? And
like, sorry, in-game dollars or in like real dollars?
Like fictional dollars in the single player.
Okay.
In the multiplayer, it'll be like 1,000 in-game dollars. Or, of course, you can pay for the gold bars, which those are the premium currency that you buy with real money. I actually don't know how much it would be in bars, but it's like, still, that you would have to grind forever is what I'm saying. It's basically like Battlefront. It's the exact same thing as what happened with Battlefront 2. You would either have to grind for thousands of hours to get the good stuff, or pay real money.
And yet the premium currency isn't even available for purchase, says Tall Warden.
It's not, and so...
That's weird.
So here's the thing, right? And a lot of people, I think, are 100% correct about this. Obviously, this is intentional, and they knew that people were going to get super upset. And what they're planning for, Take-Two Interactive, not maybe so much Rockstar, but Take-Two, who's the publisher. The plan is you come in with these exorbitant prices, you make the progression system really messed up, don't even turn on microtransactions yet, just let everybody get upset, and then quote-unquote respond to the community input. And then go, oh, look, we lowered it. We listened to you guys. When in reality, it's a negotiation tactic. They came in with a high offer.
I see.
They know people are going to be outraged no matter what they do. So you lean into it. You go, let's come in with a ridiculous setup. Let everybody be outraged. And then we'll say, oh, okay, we'll tone it down a bit. Aren't we so great? We listen to you guys. Which is totally what I think is happening. Which is scary, because I'm afraid that, you know, when you think about it, that's kind of an effective strategy. And I wonder if we're not going to see something similar with Anthem, quite frankly.
I don't know, because Anthem's had enough of a shit fest already. Maybe they're tired of it. Matthias says it's called a scam, Jordan.
No, it's called a negotiation.
Oh, God.
No, look, on a serious...
It's a negotiation if you've heard of it's a reputable company.
Yeah, well, like on a serious note, I think that I don't know if there's federal legislation in the U.S., but I'm almost certain that there's state legislation that talks about price changes leading up to an advertised sale. So retailers aren't allowed to do that to a certain extent. You cannot jack up price, or what is it? Yeah, you can't raise prices a bunch and then advertise a 50% off sale. Within a certain period of time. And I don't know the specifics of that, nobody quote me, but I'm pretty sure that there are at least state laws that operate in that same way. This isn't exactly that, though, so I'm not sure. On a serious note, if somebody wanted to take, like, legislative action, I don't know how you would curtail that.
Business is confusing.
Yeah, it is.
I'll stick with people who just want to, like, you know, do shitty things to each other, and you go, now kid. You don't want to cheat on Becky.
Oh, so Fallout 76, like, how does the actual core shooting feel? Does it feel better than Fallout 4?
I cannot tell a difference between that and Fallout 4.
Okay, all right.
Honestly.
VATS is, how does that VATS, I heard it's like an auto-aim thing.
I haven't actually tried the VATS yet. Here's the thing, I actually get really sick. Well, this is a new thing I'm experiencing because I don't really play first-person games very well, but I had to like find out how to not get sick while playing the game, and there is a mode where you can like zoom out and just see the character walking around, and that's how I get past not getting sick. And I like the controls are kind of weird for me. Like maybe I'm just like used to something else. Maybe I'm used to Dragon Age, so I haven't actually figured out how to do the VATS yet. I'm like a level 8, like it's really low.
Yeah.
My friends are like level 60 or something like that. So it's like they're in these high level areas, and I'm like, I'm gonna go pick flowers because I can't kill anything. Silly me. So. That's
how I am in Red Dead, honestly, because like the things that I like to do in single player are like go hunting, go fishing, like maybe do a bounty or something. And online, that's really tough because there's no passive mode and there's no private lobbies, so people can just grief at will. And
here's one thing I've noticed: the people in Fallout 76 are like super nice.
Really?
Yeah, like I have come across many people, and we'll just like pass by. There was one time, because because I play this with my husband Michael. We were just sitting there like talking to each other, trying to like figure something out in our inventory, and then suddenly just like someone comes up to us and like waves and like just starts doing emotes, and we're like, oh hey, we wave back and they just move on. Like yeah, like we've done quests with like a couple random people who were just kind of there. We weren't really talking with each other. Like they didn't try to shoot us or anything. Yeah, it was weirdly nice. I'm used to like I played a bit of Rust, which I kind of hate. But like when Rust, you see another person, you're like, oh, I'm about to die.
yeah. That's awesome though. That's really good to hear that Fallout 76 is like that. I will say, because the way that they staggered the release for Red Dead Online was if you had the Ultimate Edition, you could play whatever it was, like Wednesday this week, and then. If you played any version of the game on the day that it came out on launch date, you could play Thursday. So that's when I started playing. It was good like the first half of Thursday, and then like later when I stopped, and once everybody joined Friday, it got ridiculous. It got griefy. Like when the player base got larger, it got super griefy.
That sounds terrible.
That's good. That's good to hear though that Fallout 76 is.
Maybe all the people that like are more into griefy stuff, they went for Red Dead Redemption rather than Fallout.
That could be it, because GTA Online was terrible for that. You know what? Also, on a BioWare note, what I always found to have a really good community was Star Wars: The Old Republic. People are actually quite friendly in that game. Like if you're having trouble with like a heroic, which is it's like optional content that probably needs at least 2 players in the current state that the game is in, but at one point it would have needed 4. But you're open to try and do it by yourself. Like if you just go into the general chat, like people will help you run through, even if they've already done it. Like it's almost always easy to find someone who will help you with quests.
So I wonder what Anthem's going to be then. Is it going to be? Because I guess there's no PvP in Anthem, so it won't matter much. I guess you could have people like joining in your party and then like not fighting things, and like actively trying to not help you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it all kind of depends. I don't think people are going to be meeting up and getting into parties in the free roam. It sounds like they're going to have a really good matchmaking system. Or at least that's the goal.
Maybe. Oh, have you been watching the streams they've been doing?
I don't think I've seen any of the streams since the last one that was better than the one that we commented on.
Okay, I don't remember. There's... What the fuck? Sorry, my dog just like rushes in here and like a tussy. What's wrong with you?
Actually, you know what? One sec. I got a refuel on water, so let me grab a water real quick. If you can vamp for a minute.
All right. Hold tight, kids. I got you. Jinx, come here. Good girl. Jinx, can you talk into the mic? Can you talk into the mic? Right here. Can you make noises? Because this is an audio broadcast. No, you can't. Okay. Jinx is on my lap. Jinx, what would you like to say to the audience? She is demanding cuddles and more food, probably. Anyway, let's talk. What do we talk about? Yo, Jinx, what's up? Jinx, what's up? Hey, Jinx. Jinx, what's up? She wants to get down so bad. All right, get down. Shoo. Be free. Be free. All right. And that was Jinx for the day. God, what were we talking about? We were talking about like games and multiplayer stuff. Let's talk about that Dragon Age announcement. Yeah, we kind of touched about it, but people keep asking about it. We do know about it. We're very excited. I'm personally think it's going to be in the the Game Awards show, which is going to be this Thursday. So I don't think I watched the game show last year. Oh no, maybe I did, because I watched that drunk. Do you remember like last Game Award show or whatever? They had like this drunk French guy talk about his game. I love that guy.
All right,
anyway, we're talking about drunk French guys. I was at least. Remember? Did you watch last year's Game Award show?
I don't think I did actually.
There was I think it was for that. It was an EA game where like there's like 2 prisoners, like a way out or something like that. But it was made by this French guy, and I guess like the guy who made it just got absolutely plastered beforehand, and he was like kind of way too tipsy and started going on like rants when he had the mic, and he had to get cut off.
Did that happen at the Game Awards, or did that happen at E3?
I thought it was Game Awards. I'm like 90% sure it was Game Awards, and if it's not, then I feel awkward.
Yeah, I remember something. We're not talking about the guy who, the director of A Way Out, who criticized a bunch of people, or the Oscars, right? That's something different.
Oh, no, that was it. That's it, yeah.
He said, fuck the Oscars, or something to that effect.
Yeah, he started going on some sort of rant, like, around the Oscars, and how this is much better, like, fuck the Oscars, or something like that.
Yeah, I thought that was great. That was wonderful. I couldn't tell if he was drunk or nervous or what it was, but, props to
Maybe
that guy.
both.
Yeah.
Do we know that BioWare is going to have a segment in the awards? Like, when might they reveal it, if they are? They are there. They have announced that they're going to be showing something Anthem related there. So we know that at least they're going to be there at that moment. I don't know when it's supposed to. They don't really announce when people are announcing things. That way you're forced to watch the entire thing. I would be willing to bet, though, that's going to be somewhere near the end, because that's what it always happens. Like, all the bigger publishers are kind of near the end of the show. That way you have to sit to the entire goddamn thing just to get what you want. But
depending on the lineup, I will say I think you're pretty much spot on. But I think depending on the lineup and who else is there, I wonder if they're going to be more like middle-ish. Like, what I'm saying is, I wonder, is BioWare still a end of show trailer?
Maybe. Who else? Because you said Obsidian was going to be there, right?
Yeah, but I know Obsidian won't get last. Obsidian's probably more like a middle to late also. Look, the big stuff that's on the horizon that I'm thinking of is, like, we're getting closer to Halo, right? Halo Infinite.
Oh, yeah, it's been a hot second since Halo.
We've only seen the teaser for it at E3, and I feel like now's the time for them to drop something for Halo. Gears 5 coming out. Gears Tactics. You know, I think
that must be the Temple of Mythology.
It's too early, but goddamn if Bethesda couldn't come out and show a little bit of Starfield or something, just to kind of like remind people who they are, kind of thing. But I think Anthem. I think Anthem may be close to the end, but yeah, I wonder. I'm really wondering where they're gonna put this Dragon Age.
I don't know.
I'd love it if they opened with it, you know, because you got to open with the big one too.
Ooh,
I think that might be the perfect, since BioWare's going to have probably a spot towards the end, maybe give them the opener as well.
Maybe.
Because
here's the thing, Dragon Age has a fan base. Anthem, I mean, I guess it technically has one there, but like, you know, they haven't played the game yet. They're not that attached to it. So, would you want to start off with the fan base thing and make them happy, and then show the other game, and that way they're at least like, oh, I'm happy with BioWare, maybe I will get this game. But then people might also only talk about Dragon Age rather than Anthem, or would you reverse it so then they like Anthem? But I don't know. I feel like you can make an argument either way, like which one's better.
Yeah, well, the EA Play thing opened up with a little bit of Anthem at E3.
Yeah.
And so they kind of took that approach. I think exactly what you're talking about.
I just hope to see more like fantasy games, because like we keep saying, I guess medieval fantasy games. Like we keep seeing a lot of sci-fi ones. So, like sci-fi's cool, but I like me some fantasy games. I don't want another like space shooter.
Yeah, I mean, I could do with some new ones, right? Like we already know Elder Scrolls, and you know we already know Dragon Age 2. I would love to see some new IP in the fantasy role-playing space.
Like you have stuff like Pillars of Eternity and Divinity, but like what else? That's it. I can name like 4, you know.
Yeah.
It cannot be.
I guess Warhammer. I know nothing about Warhammer though. You know. Lord of the Rings, maybe. I don't know. Like, but they're not really like well-established video games.
Right. Well, I mean, look, Kingdom Come Deliverance, not a fantasy. It's a realistic medieval game, but Kingdom Come Deliverance, I think, over time, especially once they get a couple sequels and more polish on that franchise, that's really going to be something. But I'll still take more sci-fi. Like, I'm super hyped for the fact that Starfield is going to be coming out, despite the negativity around Fallout 76, because, you know, Bethesda can design pretty good RPGs, and it's like original science fiction stuff. Like, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. I would love like a space Skyrim, in that we can be. I guess what I'm trying to say is I would love to be different aliens in what is it, Skyfall? What's not Skyfall? What's it called? Starfield.
Starfield. I think that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, like even if they just reuse Argonians or whatever, be like, I want to be a lizard man. I want to be a cat man, space cat.
Space cat. Well, look, they copied and pasted the dragon. Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, seriously. But if you could like choose your race in Starfield or whatever it's called, like I think that would sell the game for me, just because I don't know, I like character creation stuff, and especially if you meet different aliens. Like I can't think of a game where you can make your own character and then also be aliens, you know? I totally agree. I think that would be a huge selling point, and especially because, you know, they've done this different with varying degrees of success, but they will have like race specific bonuses and all that, like different abilities. I think that would be awesome. Oh, Cyberpunk. That one's going to be fun, just because like despite it being like future, it's at least a different aesthetic of the future that we haven't seen much of.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, I was wrong. Does that please
also be interesting to see like CD Projekt Red when they're not doing fantasy, you know, because like they've only done The Witcher, right?
Yeah, well, when they're not doing The Witcher, right? I mean, that's the real thing, which is like, are they gonna have the right voice, you know, in particular for the writing to do this type of content? And like, we'll have to find out.
And his life force
the thing that's really a benefit to them with The Witcher is like, it's culturally important to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, they have a familiarity with it. I know it's too early to criticize, and we've only had the one gameplay footage, which I loved overall, but some of the dialogue kind of made me cringe.
I don't even remember the dialogue, to be honest.
Just like, you know, they're depicting people who are, I don't even know how to describe it, criminal elements, or, you know, they're in the limo with this one guy who's like paying them to do, etc. And like, that's a very specific type of dialogue, right? Like crime, organized crime. It's not just a cyberpunk aesthetic, but I'm struggling to describe what it is, right? Like criminals who are cool, I guess. That's a really haphazard way of describing it. Like, how do you write dialogue for them? Well, not anything like how you write dialogue for a Polish monster hunter. Like, they found a voice for Geralt, and also it's helped by the fact that he has dialogue in the books already. Like, there was a voice for that game that they found. I'm like, are they going to find the right voice for Cyberpunk?
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
I hope it's good though, because like a lot of people are excited to see it, and like I'm interested in it. So.
I only recognize a few.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, this isn't the puzzles. This is the intro to the puzzles. Never mind. We gonna fall down that hole. We ain't gonna do these puzzles.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure.
Dude in Cybertrunk trailer reminds me of Shepard for whatever reason. Honestly, I don't remember the woman.
Is all I can translate.
Wait, which one?
It mentions
what?
The well.
I'm assuming it's when you looked at the character creation for.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe that. Boy. Yeah, no, Cyberpunk is one of the top ones on my list that I'm looking forward to for sure.
Unfortunately, they don't even have like a release year, right?
Supplicants to
you might be right about it. I feel like 2019 is in scope.
Maybe, but I have not heard them like
announce it. No.
Yeah. Like I know in one of the whatever trailer they showed a while back ago, maybe around E3. And some of like the, I guess, an Easter egg in the lines of code that you saw, there was like, I think it said like it will be released when it's ready, is what they said. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is gonna be a couple years away.
Something to that effect, yeah.
Yeah. Well, The Witcher, for better or worse, has a template from the books. Yeah, I gotta read though. I actually bought the first 2 Witcher books, and I need to read them.
I see the Red Templars have already encountered.
You told me that as well, and I'm like, all right, that's awesome. And then I'm like,
impressive.
how much do I remember from the first two books? Like,
Oh, did you read them?
Oh yeah, I've read. I'm on the second to last one, but I've been reading them really slowly, like periodically. So yeah, there's. And when you say the first two ones, do you mean the first two novels? Like should be Blood of Elves and.
No, I think I had because when I went to the bookstore, it was like in a weird order, and I don't know because it said like this one's like a prologue or something, and then this one is the first one. I didn't know the release date, so I got The Last Wish and Blood of Elves. Okay,
The Last Wish, I did it too. The Last Wish is pretty much where you probably want to start.
Okay.
There were two that one's actually a collection of short stories. I actually think in a lot of ways that's the best way to be introduced to The Witcher. Mm-hmm. The Witcher started being first of all, where are we going again? Where's the hole?
Well, did you do the puzzle?
Oh crap! I have to do this one, right?
Yeah, you have to. This one's the intro one. This is to prove that you know how to do the mechanic, and then you go through the door, fight some guys, and then you can jump down the hole.
Okay.
It's not lighting. Oh, there he goes.
Which way are we going again? I don't remember how to do this puzzle. I know we're supposed to walk into things and they light up in the right order.
So go up the stairs and then you just like walk around until it comes to like a twofer. And you just kind of zigzag until you get to the other side. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah. Walk around twofer, other side. Touch all the squares. Yeah.
Yeah, touch all the squares.
What a lame mechanic. Not to talk too much shit about their puzzles, but I want to talk shit about their puzzles. It's not exactly Portal, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, I agree. I guess my biggest complaint about them is that they're buggy. This one, not so much, but the one that's like, I guess technically Fenharel's puzzle, or the one surrounded by wolves, all the time, for no whatever reason, it will just reset the puzzle while I'm on it, and like that one's easily the most complicated one, so it's really, really annoying.
Yeah. But yeah, Witcher, that's awesome. Yeah, what was I saying? They started off as short stories being published in like various sci-fi fantasy magazines, and then they became very popular, and so the collection of the first ones that he did are The Last Wish. There's actually two collections of short stories, but it's difficult to figure out, like, it's mixed up as far as the chronology of the actual fiction and also the published dates.
Oh.
But generally, The Last Wish that's the one you want.
Okay, well, I'll start with that one then. When did The Witcher Netflix thing come out? Did we get a chance to talk about that in the bad wig?
Yeah, we talked about that in one of the podcasts or the streams. I can't remember which, and how fucking Witch Hunter Gary, and they got memed to death.
Oh, yeah, Witch Hunter Gary.
Like, still, I'm just going to repeat exactly what I said in whatever that episode was, but holy shit. Like, an entire, like, professional marketing, advertising, strategizing team just got owned by that one fucking Witch Hunter Gary meme that I think it's still at the top of the subreddit.
I would not be surprised. Morrigan's hair turns white when you do frost. That's weird. Oh well. So now here's where the game will probably become difficult for you, because when the elves start attacking, especially the like big larger ones with the large hammers, it kind of gets iffy.
Gets a bit hairy. No, I agree.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush
So
ahead,
why does
this leads
everyone,
to
like,
our
I think I have an
destination.
answer, but why do you
should
think
walk the
everyone
traditional
loves
path as
Hobbelost so
before.
much? And by that, I mean women.
You forget that
The
all
voice?
Maybe
fighting
guys
for
too.
us out
I've
there.
seen more women
Longer
fandom
we
over
play around, the
Hobbelost.
more
Maybe the
Inquisition
voice.
soldiers die.
Maybe.
There's a hole. Jump in.
Just a thought. Maybe rushing through this place
Oh,
like a mad
bull.
bull isn't the best plan.
You see the urgency. We
I missed
cannot
this
find
bull.
the well of
When I had a
sorrows
grind, I
unprepared.
don't put on the mods just because I don't want to bother with it. It's always weird, like seeing Tamar without
We
the
don't know what's
mods on.
behind those doors. They
She
might
just
have a
looks too
reason
plain
for going
Jane.
another way.
Yeah, like
Had
because
they
we
the
didn't really
option,
change
they
her
would have
face all that
proceeded.
much, to be
That
honest. I don't know if you
must
changed her
lead
face
to their
at
goal.
all, other than like
Their
pronounce the
goal.
cheekbones a
Or
little bit,
yours.
put the weird makeup. So it's just like kind of a generic looking face with weird makeup and then like a very tiny
There
mohawk, you know.
is
But I guess we'll see it when we go to Trespasser if I don't
danger
find an acceptable
to the
hair
natural
mod.
order.
But
Legends
have to see.
walked Thedas once. Things of might and wonder. Their passing has
It's the
left
eyes
us all
for
the
Abelas.
lesser. Corypheus
What?
would
Oh yeah, I
squander
guess
the
he has like this
ancient
very
power
piercing
of the
eye.
well.
Which, if you
I
like
would have it
really look
restored.
at his face closely, he has a huge nose, like a comically large nose.
I wasn't expecting your
I guess
answer
it like
be
has
so
to stick out of that
romantic.
hood, or for whatever
Trust me.
reason. But it's like
Your
he's not a
surprise
pretty
is
man.
matched
Like
only
it's
by
really
my
has to
own.
be just the voice. I don't know,
Mankind
because he
blunders
looks
through
kind
the
of
world,
gangly and
crushing
odd.
what it does not
You
understand.
mean he looks like an elf?
Elves,
Yes, yeah. Okay, he looks elven. Yeah.
No, it's like the
We
gravitas
must
of his
stem the
whole.
tide,
I think
or
that's
be
what it
left
is. The
with
overall
nothing more
gravitas.
than the mundane. This I know to be true.
Well, Caitie liking Abelas is just like
I
like
read
you liking
more in
Solus
the first chamber
making
than I
sense.
revealed.
Ouch!
It's said a great boon
So-
is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows.
I like
but
Abelas, but I don't find him
at a
sexy.
terrible
Oh, that's a good one.
price.
What exactly did
Hey,
that
Michael,
altar
do you
say
think
about the Well of
Abelas is
Sorrows?
sexy?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered
why
was
aren't you looking at
halam
me?
shivanas, the
Yeah,
sweet
he has no idea who the fuck that
sacrifice
is.
of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
I think Michael's typing out a very long response on who his favorite Star Trek captain is. Yeah, there it is. Oh boy.
What
Tamara's
sort of
like, "Give me that
chaos should we
shit."
brace ourselves for if we use the well?
It would be easier by far to
Want
advise
it.
you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Alright, so we're just hopping in here.
Yep, hop. Get in there.
Alright, Geronimo.
Will you abandon these rituals?
Careful.
Like how
Whoever
Morgan
did this
gets
is
cut off.
waiting.
Like, yeah, shove it.
Alright, you hoes. Take it.
Alright. Have you done this before?
Just jump straight in.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Probably.
When was the last time you played Dragon Age, like, on your own? Like, just for funsies?
That's a good question. Probably around the time I started my channel.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. Because a lot of that was motivated by Mass Effect. Like, I was just re-immersing in all of the BioWare stuff.
Because this place is a bit of a maze, so it's kind of funky. You have to go all the way around, because that marker is above you, technically. If that made any sense, because I know there's a delay between me and you.
You're saying that we might just wander aimlessly in this dungeon? I mean, that's kind of like the theme of our stream, so...
Ah, that's fair. Yeah.
Conversation, like... It also does help that my magic sword ability is just like OP as all hell.
Past 2 weeks, I played back-to-back the full trilogy for Mass Effect and Dragon Age. I might have too much time on my hands. In 2 weeks, the whole, like, both trilogies. That's really impressive. Because I think for me to do a Dragon Age trilogy run would be a couple months.
Yeah, I don't do any of this quick.
Yeah. I started doing like a whole bunch of run-throughs after Trespasser came out because I was like, I need more. So like I think I did like full runs, maybe like maybe like 7 or 8 within 2 years. I don't know how you want to do the math on that. But like, yeah, the past other 2 years that I've been busy with this channel, I just haven't done that much because I've been busy with other things, which probably maybe for the best. So.
I mean, you have a huge productive output for the channel. Like, when do you have time to play? That's a good question.
Yeah, seriously. Especially with this Dragon Age Day stuff, I have not had time at all. Normally, like on the weekends, I would like not, like I don't know, try to take a couple hours to myself, but it just I've been busy. Which is also why like I'm really late on a whole bunch of channel videos because I've been busy.
Let's look around.
I know we talked about like we are delaying the podcast for a very good reason, but in the same sense, I also kind of glad we delayed it because I've been busy. Oh god, it's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And plus, people are excited for DA Day, so
hopefully.
There's
been a whole bunch of people like messaging me about like, do I think like BioWare is going to release the Dragon Age thing that they hinted on D4 Day? And I'm like, I can't imagine they would. I would love it, I really would, but like, from their perspective, like I can't imagine that would be a good move because it's not that big of a day, you know? But like, not that many people know about it right now. Like we're very small. So I can't imagine they would do it for us. That doesn't make sense from a marketing standpoint. But yeah, I hope. I know it's not going to happen, but in a world where I get to dream for the next couple days, I can dream about it happening and make wishes, and then actually watch the Game Awards when it probably will be announced.
I think it's going to be well. Look, fingers crossed, right? I mean, we've known DA4 is going to happen in some way or another for a long time, and I think we're all, for some reason, it just feels certain that Game Awards is going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping for a nice, good, kind of a meaty trailer, to be honest.
I honestly think the best we're going to get is like kind of what they did for the next Elder Scrolls game.
Really?
Where you just where it's just like a maybe a panning shot or like a quick something or like a character saying like a couple words and then like we get the title of the game. I think that's what we're gonna get, if anything.
So I'm gonna go a different approach.
Okay.
Which I could be completely wrong. Like I have no idea, right? I have no information. But I remember them talking about how they wanted to sort of change up their advertising announcement release schedule to be a little bit tighter. Like I remember at one point they had even referenced Fallout 4 and the way it had been like announced for the first time at E3 in August and it's out in November, like quick, like super quick turnaround. Everybody was shocked. And with Anthem you couldn't do that, or it wouldn't be prudent because it's a new IP. People don't know it. You would want to give it more time to sort of breathe, so to speak. I'm kind of thinking that with Dragon Age, you wouldn't need to do that, and so that we might get an announcement now, and then like fall 2019, it's coming out. That's my hope. That's my hope. That's my wildest dreams, kind of. But I don't know how likely that is.
I guess like with Anthem, it's a complete wild card because I don't know if they'd want to release it so soon. Like, would that affect sales of Anthem, or do they expect like by fall 2019 people aren't gonna like whoever has bought Anthem has already bought Anthem, so they're not gonna do it that well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sooner the better though. So, like I hope you're right.
Or do they just think hey, those are two totally different audiences?
Maybe. Because here's the thing, a lot of people that I've seen talking about Anthem, at least on like my channel, which is mostly Dragon Age related, and on the Dragon Age subreddit, they're not really interested in it. And I don't know, like I totally get that. We are a fandom that likes a bunch of fantasy stuff in single player games, and that's not what Anthem is. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And hoping we can dream. I also think another thing is people keep saying like, oh, what if it's a remaster? I think if it's not going to be a trailer, like if you told me now we're not going to be like doing anything with trailers, I would agree with you on a remaster. I think it's too soon for a remaster. Not that it's too soon for the game, but like they just said like a couple months ago that they'll think about doing it for Mass Effect. So I can't, and Mass Effect's older than Dragon Age, so I can't imagine they would do Dragon Age before they do a Mass Effect remaster, so I feel like it's way too soon for that.
Mhm.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they knew that Dragon Age 4 would take a while, so they're like, we'll just remaster Origins. We just released a cool texture pack for it. We'll call it a day. You know, like maybe it's that. I secretly hope in my heart of hearts that we would get a Dragon Age Tactics game though, because I
would
want
love
that game.
I would love that so much.
God, that'd be so nice. Oh, what if that's what Obsidian is paired up with? They're making the Dragon Age Tactics game.
We're being watched.
No way. That would be.
What if?
That would actually be incredible. Knowing that Obsidian and BioWare have that relationship in the past, but no, that I would love that. But yeah, Obsidian's also shown like little
familiar.
How do I put it? Like they have coming soon messages on their website with a particular art style, and so people are trying to decipher what the game's going to be about, because some of them look sort of it's got like a BioShock feel to it, like period piece. Sort of, but then other ones, it's like a laser gun. It's like a fictional advertisement for a laser gun, and so it's like, is it like sci-fi period piece, kind of like BioShock / Fallout, but in space? Because another one, there's reference to like a spaceship or something like that, and I'm like, that sounds like it could be really cool. Like
if they released all of that, then yeah, my idea is definitely garbage. But we can still dream about it. We can put it in our little minds and go, oh.
In fact, yeah, I would love that. That would be awesome.
Oh boy. All right, let's go tell Obelisk off and kill his buddies.
Sword point. Declare yourself.
I am called Abelas.
Yeah, the Tall Warden just said Obsidian seems to be making some sort of Americana period sci-fi deal. Plus, people have pieced together it's probably third person.
To preserve this place.
It's going to be amazing. That's all I'm saying. Like Obsidian, Fallout New Vegas for a lot of people is. I don't agree, but a lot of people say it's the best Fallout. KOTOR 2 is legitimately neck and neck with KOTOR 1. Like it really is. They're both different but really good. And Alpha Protocol, which was the last. I don't know, I guess the last attempt you could say that they made at something mainstream. It was like it was third-person action spy RPG type thing. Wasn't very good overall, but but it had a lot of really interesting pieces. Like even today, their dialogue system in that game was quite good. And I really wonder if they made like a third-person action RPG, like what could that be? I think it could be really, really good.
What is this Vera Balasan exactly?
What are some other like
one walked only by those who toiled
if
in
another studio could make one of the a game in one of the BioWare titles? I'll say any BioWare title. What game studio?
Like if I just get to pick like my dream team, anybody?
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
I mean, hands down.
Rockstar doing what?
Mass Effect. Yeah, that would be absolutely phenomenal to see because to see Mass Effect in the hands of master open world people. And honestly, I would say this right now, you said it on the Citadel. You don't you could maybe go off to do a couple of other planets, but like the Citadel is huge, right? It would essentially be like a massive city if you look at all the wards. That's what I want. Like I want like that GTA style city, but you just go into the wards and then and explore that. Like I think that would be epic.
That would be cool. I wonder if that's kind of what. Well, I guess that was kind of sort of what Andromeda was trying to be. That just that didn't pan out.
If the Well of Sorrows is a source of power,
what about you? Who would you pick?
I'm trying to think of other studios that I really like.
Not such as you could use, even if I permitted it.
I like Skyrim a lot, but at least seeing their recent stuff, I wouldn't say that I would want them to do
as we shall fight you.
Because my game's probably gonna be Dragon Age. Like I can't say I want to see another.
The Vera Balasan shall not
game from
be
them,
usurped,
but
even if I must destroy it. Masal Dinan.
I guess I've been playing a lot of. No, at least I was playing a lot of. Oh god, what Divinity? So like a Dragon Age game in like the style of Divinity.
I would love that. Yeah, that would to me that would be amazing.
I guess to me that's what the Dragon Age Tactics is in my head.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. That would be one of my top things.
Yeah. So I don't know if like that Larian's the studio for Divinity. I don't know any other studios that do anything like that. I guess Obsidian kind of does with Pillars.
Yeah, with Pillars, yeah.
Yeah. I have not played Pillars yet, so I can't really like talk about that. But for the people I know that like Divinity, they also really like Pillars. David Gator needs to start his own company. Maybe, yeah. I heard a rumor that there's like that Waylanders game, you know, that Mike Laidlaw has been. He's not like. He's technically on the team, isn't he? Like he's just doing consulting. He's not actually making it. If that makes sense.
I think that's how I understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a rumor going on that I think they're advertising like a secret writer or something like that, and people are hoping it's David Gator for whatever reason. I don't know what that rumor comes from. That'd be interesting.
They're advertising a secret writer? Did I hear that right?
I that's what I was told. I have not looked at it, so I don't know for certain. But that was what I was told.
How curious.
Yeah. I'd love CD Projekt Red on Dragon Age, but that's a wild dream. Yeah, that would be fun. Because like at least because Michael and I were playing a lot of The Witcher. Well, we still kind of are. Well, not recently, I guess, because we've been busy. But anyway, yeah. Doesn't it technically use the same engine, or did I make that up?
The Witcher 1 used Aurora.
But does Witcher 3 and Inquisition use? I guess does Witcher 3 use Frostbite?
No, The Witcher 3 uses a proprietary engine that they made.
Okay,
and they are revamping that significantly for Cyberpunk.
Dragon Age Tactics would probably be mobile. Ugh. Don't come into my stream and say these things. Oh God.
I mean, like if they could make a mobile version, then build it first for PC. You know what I mean?
Well, because I would like to mod it. You know, like I like modding games. You know, that's why I wouldn't want to have a mobile version because then I couldn't mod it. And they also have a mobile game already. I keep spouting that, and like, I don't know, maybe they would do 2 mobile games, maybe, I don't know, but which I've actually been playing that phone game, cause like oh well, I guess going back further, I had to update my phone for whatever reason. I'm one of those people that like I don't update my phone unless it's absolutely necessary. Same. Because I know Apple's gonna fucking slow the thing down, so I was like, screw it. But I had to update it, and I guess when it updates, you can now record footage on your phone. And I was like, oh shit, that would be perfect.
Oh, fun.
So like the only reason I would play the phone game is if I was going to do a video on it, and like one of the reasons I wasn't going to do a video on it because it'd be really hard to try to get footage on it. But now it's just so easy. I'm like, I don't have a good excuse. Like,
this place is like a
I guess I'm going to do it. I'm giving myself some time to do it though. So it's probably going to be in like maybe even a year. I don't know, but it's. If I could go on a rant about this real quick, because you're probably busy playing the game.
Yeah, rant away.
This phone game, so it's called Heroes of Dragon Age. I question calling it a game, you know? Like, you collect little figurines of characters. Like, I honestly think if a character in Dragon Age has a name, it is in this phone game. I've had people, I have to look up who they are, because I honestly have no idea who they are. Because they're just so obscure. And like what the quote-unquote game is that you collect little figurines of these people, and then you can level them up, and you do battles. But when you do the battle, you don't actually fight anything. You just press play and then watch it. It's so boring. Like the most fun that you have is when you eventually earn enough like little coins, and then you get to, like, I don't know, spin the gashapon thing, and then you get to see what hero you get, which figurine you get. That's the most fun you have in this game, which I guess is perfect for a mobile game because you want to, I don't know, make them buy the thing. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense of why they have this model. At the same time, like, it's not a game, it's a collecting thing. Like, it's almost like Pokemon, but for Dragon Age. And, like, they kind of threw in a battle system to, like, explain the way.
I agree. I think I actually downloaded it and played it like some time ago for about 15 minutes, and I just deleted it off my phone right away because I just thought this makes no sense.
The first time, so I've technically played it twice. The first time I did that exactly what you did. This time I've put in at least 2 weeks effort into it, where I'm playing mostly every day. I pushed myself to do that, and I've grown. I almost feel like because I'm going into the mindset like I gotta do this because I want to do a video on it because I gotta tell other people how I don't like this. And so I'm pushing myself to do it, and so I almost feel trapped while I'm doing it, and therefore, like the little figurines that I have collected, I almost have like a familiarity and like a not compassion, but like like they're my little kids, because like, all right, kids, if I'm stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me. We're just gonna fucking do this.
There's like an affinity that you're sharing the suffering.
Yeah, and like one of the very first little figurines I got was Aveline. I was like, it's a sign. Aveline, my girl, you're not that good, but I gotta have you.
That's funny, yeah.
So yeah, it's been interesting. Also, Josephine's a fucking tank. I don't know what they do with her, but like, as soon as I got her on my team, there has been plenty of battles where, again, I'm just fucking watching this thing, where like the rest of the team dies and Josephine just like, I got this, and like murders the entire team. I don't know what. Anyway, Caitie, that's called mobile game Stockholm syndrome. It is. I will completely admit that's what it is. I guess whenever the video comes out, unless something drastic happens in between me and when this video comes out, I do not recommend it. But yeah, it's something. Anyway, that's my rant on the Dragon Age iPhone game, which like been going for 5 years and like a surprisingly strong community. Like there's like a PvP part, but you have to like refresh like all these new people that you get to fight for whatever bullshit reasons, and like there's actual people. Like I think there are some bots because there's just some like things that you fight and they're just called like Meryl and Arl Howe. Who calls themselves Arl Howe? That's a bot. Don't at me.
Yeah.
But there are some people where like also a lot of Russian names. I don't know if this thing's like really popular in Russia, but like I've been getting a lot of people where it has like the Russian characters. I don't know what it's called.
All these games do well. Like this is one of the scary things about it. I think it's secretly, even though it's not the same genre, the reason why Diablo's a mobile game now and all this other stuff. These mobile games just do incredibly well. There's a Marvel one that's basically just like the same setup. There's a Star Wars one that's very popular. I think it's just Star Wars Heroes. Very popular, the Star Wars one. They all do well, and I think that they're all not that good. But
who's playing these? I don't like.
It's got to be kids. I think for the Star Wars one, it's definitely kids.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see kids. Like I played my share of shitty games. Like I bought the Neopets video game. Have you ever seen that? That's a bunch of bullshit. I remember liking it too.
Neopets video game. Sure, it existed. Yeah,
on the PlayStation 2. It was. It had like a weird, like not a weird cast, but like a kind of a, I guess now star-studded cast. Like Jennifer Hale's in that game, but which at the time I had no idea who she was. Anyway, but
finally,
that's.
I don't know. Anyway, point is, yeah, kids like shitty games just because kids are kids. But oh boy.
And that's why Fortnite was nominated in every category for the Gamers' Choice Awards. So apparently CBS is doing a Gamers' Choice Awards.
What?
It's going to be on television. Yeah. It's the same people who organize the Kids' Choice Awards and Teen Choice Awards and all that. It's all just voting. Red Dead Redemption is not nominated for anything. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it's not nominated for anything, and Fortnite is basically nominated for everything. It's hilarious. Like, people... And apparently, like, there were folks at, like, IGN and elsewhere who were essentially saying, yeah, no one from CBS ever reached out to any, like, actual games press about this. Like, they just announced it.
Oh, weird.
And so it's like, yeah, this thing, they just think, like, we'll just put this on TV and...
Oh man, if I don't have TV, but I'm gonna love watching the cringe compilations come out of that.
It's gonna be bad, yeah.
Like the actual Game Awards, which yeah, Dreamscape just said, like they already have their cringe moments on like the actual. Let's get the the big guys in here, and they're cringy about it. I can't imagine.
Inquisitor.
the guys don't
You've
know what
got
they're
a
doing.
damn long reach. We come to the back end of nowhere, and here you are.
All right, Jordan. I wish you luck. This is going to be a fun battle.
Takes me to all sorts
We got
of
fireballs. We'll be okay.
interesting places.
You came too far this time. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside
That's another
the
thing.
well?
like I have not. Which
Wisdom.
Dreamskate says, FYI, I have
The
5
kind of
TV channels that
wisdom
run
that can
esports
scour a
constantly.
world.
That's some like I have not
I give it to
owned.
Corypheus.
Like I have a
That he
TV,
can
but
walk
like
into
it's
the
not
fade
connected to like
without your
any
precious
like
anchor.
CBS, NBC, that type of thing, or cable or anything like that. Like it blows my mind that like video games has been so popular recently that like esports is on TV, you know?
Yeah, but nobody watches TV.
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. I don't like. I only really see it when I go into like
What's your
a restaurant and like they have
What's
the
a
TV
vessel?
playing like sports or
What
something like
else
that.
empties a well?
That actually started a while
I'll
back ago,
carry
right? Like I
its
remember
power
when
to
USA
Corypheus.
started airing
One
Halo
more
tournaments,
task entrusted to me.
and this was
Being
like
force-fed
this
Chantry
was like Halo
Miriam was
Reach.
good
This was
for
like a
something.
while back, and I thought, wow,
This
that's
armor
interesting. But
makes
now it's
me a
exploded.
living
It's
fortress,
huge.
mind and body. I won't forget.
Well,
a
I was
word
watching.
for
There's like
Will's
that music
knowledge.
video that came out with
Corypheus will be
League of
unstoppable.
Legends.
Yeah,
the
sure.
K-pop one. Yeah, I don't. Whatever that is. They like they had a live version. I was like, how did they do that live? So I had to
I'll
watch
see
it,
Corypheus dead
and like
before I let him
that was
kill
a big
him.
audience for that.
How are you going to stop?
Like a League of Legends concert
no
or
match for
whatever it was. That was a really
Even
big
if you drink
attendance
from
that
the
they
well,
had.
you'll
I
never
guess it was
master
in
its
Korea.
wisdom
I don't
as
really
he
know,
could.
but like, man,
This
it's impressive. Like that was like a sporting event, you know, like an actual sporting event.
It's
So.
a new world.
Yeah, I mean, certain stuff is huge. I mean, StarCraft has always been huge. I believe in Korea, and they sell out stadiums. Stadiums. I mean, just or maybe arenas, but just like thousands, tens put that watching it live. It's crazy.
Wow. Forgot how much Sanson talks.
Yeah, he talks a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Truth be told, I watch Donut International when it comes every year. I don't know. I've never really like looked into watching any of that because I don't know. I don't play Dota or anything like that. But I guess it has to be entertaining because a lot of people watch it. I don't know. Like, is it one of those games where you kind of have to know how to play the game to understand what's going on? Because that's how I feel about StarCraft. Like, I had a friend who was like really into StarCraft, and I don't know. We would watch him play sometimes, and like I just could not because I didn't really know how to play the game. I didn't know what was going on. It was just like suddenly someone won, or like he's some guy like, oh no, they're attacking. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I didn't find it that fun to watch, but I maybe like Dota and League of Legends is a little easier.
Alright, let's do this. Let's fireball the crap out of these people.
Yeah, you pretty much need to know what is happening in order to follow it. Well, dang. I guess like sports is like that too. I don't know how to play football. I can't watch football. It's like, oh, I think someone might be scoring a touchdown. What's a touchdown? Do people still watch traditional TV channels? I thought everyone had switched over to streaming. I think the younger generation were all out of TV. I think like it's really just everyone's mom, dad, and their grandparents that watches TV. But even like my parents are a bit more tech savvy, so yeah, they switched over a while back ago. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see like the next 10, 20 years what happens to like major like TV channels and like how they're going to deal with like you already see them doing it now with like Disney coming out with a new streaming service, and we're like, okay, I guess you can do that.
You decided to go into like the deepest, most interesting topic right when I'm getting my ass kicked by.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm like 10% of my brain is listening. And I'm going, man, this is really interesting what Caitie's talking about.
I'm glad I'm doing my job. Okay. I just watch a lot of Food Network. Food Network's good, but that reminded me. Maybe one reason why I haven't even wanted to watch a lot of TV channels recently is like a lot of the things that I liked watching, like in the early 2090s, was like the History Channel and like Travel Channel and you know, a lot of like the historical, maybe even travel boring stuff. But like nowadays it's just all like really stupid, like Bigfoot hunters and blah blah blah. And like I get it, some of that's fun. I loved watching it. Like I love ghost shows, even though they're all stupid. I love watching it. But then now it's the whole channel, and I get bored. I want that stuff in like little sections. I don't want the entire channel to be like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think overall that model is going to go away, and especially because ESPN's audience keeps shrinking like ridiculously, and that's been like a huge part of the pie of cable and satellite subscriptions.
Oh, you did it! Yay.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
No more fighting for the rest of this episode. Woohoo! Oh, do we want to judge Samson at the end of this episode? Or nah, wait for the next.
No, that might be a nice way to finish. I can't remember. Are there any fun options?
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor.
We can make him Dagna's slave or whatever. I think there's also murder him. If I feel like Tamar would have to murder him. There's not like anything super
yourself, given the chance.
Super fun that I can't remember.
To keep it from your grasping fingers.
Say what you want about History Channel. No one's getting me between me and my Ancient Aliens. Ancient Aliens is fun because it's like that fucking guy. I don't remember what his name, like Giorgio or something like that with the hair. He's like the aliens guy or whatever. He is so great to watch because he's so perplexing.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I just know History Channel became a parody of itself because there's no fucking history anywhere on that channel. Like the History Channel used to be boring, and then they were just like, we got to spice it up. Don't they also have Ghost Hunters on that channel too? Or is that a different channel?
I thought that was Travel Channel.
Dude,
at least when I used to watch it, it was on Travel Channel.
I just know there's so many. I can't even name one of them. I'm sure they have a bunch of fucking stupid names, but every time I see a clip of one of those stupid ghost hunting shows, I go, this is so fucking dumb. This is
okay, but I love that show.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so, well, okay, there was two main ghost shows. I'm very passionate about ghost shows. So there was Ghost.
I touched on the Kanye West for Caitie.
Oh my God, you did. Okay. Okay, there was I forget which one's which because there's Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures. I believe Ghost Hunters is one with Taps where there was kind of like the more boring guys, and that one felt more real because like there would be episodes where like, well, we found Jack. And I was like, you know what? Even if you're faking it, all of it, I respect that you have the decency to go, we found Jack, and make it at least a good effort, you know? I respected that about them. Ghost Hunters is, or Ghost Adventures is hilarious. That's the one where it's like the Ghost Bros, where it's like guys covered in Ed Hardy, like, oh my God, a dust bowl, demons. And they're just like absolutely insane. Oh my God!
It's always just like
you even know what
two dudes in a dark hallway with 1990s camcorder and a skittish dog. Like I'm supposed to believe, like they'll show the dog barking in a dark hallway, right? Like the dog will start barking, and they'll put fucking like subtitles on the screen of just like the dog is reacting to a presence. I go, or maybe you have a skittish dog. Like maybe your dog is just scared.
Or just like they're talking and then like there's like that water phone sound of like the screeching metal, and then like they go, I just felt a cold spot. Wait, cold spot! Quickly, get the EVP.
Yeah, get the thing.
Is anyone here with me right now?
And it's just like white noise.
Yeah.
It's like
it's like and then when they play it back, it sounds like someone was like, leave.
Yeah.
Just come back.
That's like two dudes. It's a creaky pipe, a skittish dog, bad night vision goggles, and I'm supposed to believe there's a ghost there. I go, get out of here.
Oh God. I love it though. I love it.
Yeah.
I will say there's people going on about Ghost Hunters versus Ghost Hunters versus Adventures. I don't remember which one's which, but I'm all for the Taps. I think that's Ghost Hunters. That was my favorite one. I don't care if you guys hated it. That was my favorite. Ghost Adventures was too dramatic.
How juicy.
I want my ghost shows boring.
Those who drank from the Via de
Oh my God, I don't know what I don't like.
Bound to the service.
How is it possible that there's people right now in the chat saying that they're fans of these shows? And yet nobody stuck up for Avril Lavigne. You know what I mean? Like, There was nobody.
No, we did have one person that
There's
was like,
one
oh man, I kind
person.
of like this stuff. Yeah.
It's like a whole argument in the chat room right now. People have chosen factions. There was only one person who stood up for Avril Lavigne.
I want to lead the Ghost Hunters faction. Our faction. We'll go into battle. Yeah, Dreamscape. I agree with you. She says I used to like Avril. I used to like Avril too, and then.
What would you have done?
I don't know. I stopped being.
And what if the well was destroyed?
and Seven Taylor says, but what if Avril Lavigne is a ghost? And then she would have fans.
Her career's a ghost. That's what I'll say. Yeah, a lot of people used to like Avril. Current Avril is kind of like, eh.
The dog is barking in the dark hallway, and they turn the night vision on. They're like, "What is it?" It's Avril Lavigne's career. It's coming back from the dead.
He's like in the distance. You just hear, "Why is everything so complicated?"
And then, like, what if I'm the guest host on the Ghost Hunter show, and I'm just like, I'm in the back going like, "You still suck." She's angry. Her spirit is disturbed.
Your best song was supposed to be written for Britney Spears. That's truth. Anyway. Woo, boy.
What are we doing? We're pissing off Morrigan? What's happening?
We're pissing on Morrigan. We're gonna piss on Morrigan and then go take a dunk.
Nothing we can do now. Well done. I didn't tell you to kill him. Yeah, sure, she's mad at him.
The decision to kill Abelas was mine, Morrigan, not yours.
I didn't tell you to kill him. I would have, but I wanted to give the order.
I did what had to be done to save something far more valuable.
That's very Tamar-like.
Yeah.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mathal's last Illuvian will be
This hair
no
mod
more
for her
used
is
to
kind of
Corypheus
crazy.
than glass. I did
It
not
fits,
expect
though.
the well to
Yeah, I
feel
don't hate it.
so
It's just, it's like
hungry.
It gives her
a lot of
new
hair.
feel.
Yeah, it does. I'm the murder boy. I'm the one who kills.
Don't go any closer, Morrigan.
Oh boy. You know, I know in Trespasser we probably won't be able to take this hair mod with us. I'm gonna, in a weird way, or I mean Tamar's hair mod, I should say. I'm gonna miss it, man.
Inquisitor. She's a parasite.
Only
Only
miss
here
it. I don't know what we're gonna do
I don't know
next.
how anybody's gonna look in Trespasser. It's gonna be a bit
Said
weird.
by one who's only
Yeah, I
joining
haven't actually gotten the
Inquisition
mods
with
together either, so I
altruism.
don't know.
Is it altruism or sense not to plunge headfirst into a power you don't remotely understand?
Why should I be refused when the reasons to allow it are
Jordan,
sound?
this is from Flucus. In your canon Dragon Age playthrough, do you drink or just
Of
Morrigan?
those present, I alone have
I
the
think we
training
talked
to
about
make
this, and
use of
yeah,
this.
normally I would drink just
Let me
because
drink,
it, like,
Inquisitor.
I don't trust Morrigan. Which I think was more, that was kind of a weird way for me to rationalize it from a roleplay standpoint, because the Inquisitor doesn't know what I know as a player, and I just, and also I was thinking more Origins Morrigan, where she just kind of always has this somewhat ulterior motive vibe. Yeah, so I would drink.
Yeah.
You alone. You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I
I
delved
do
into
like the
mysteries of which
cutscene
you
though,
could
when you're
only
like,
dream.
well, I guess, well,
Can you honestly
by the time
tell
I
me there
see
is
it, it's gonna be
anyone
like a
better
couple minutes
suited?
past it. But when you, as the Inquisitor, drink and then like you're yelling at the ghost or whatever to tell you what's going on, like I thought that was a cool
What
little
about you, Dorian?
scene
A
there.
human from Tevinter scoops up the
You know what I
last
mean?
bits of elven
Yeah.
knowledge. I know why you ask. I know it's
Sorry,
important.
it's so
but
funny when we ask Dorian for advice on a
can't
serious
be that
topic, and he
bad.
has a fucking green mustache.
I would be.
Avril Lavigne is the
You
voice of
lead
the whale.
the Inquisition.
That would be a great mod
This
if
is
you
not
replaced
a
like
risk
the
you can
whispers
take.
to like, you know,
I have
her
the
songs
best chance of
played
making
backwards
use
or
of
something.
the well for everyone. Let me drink.
She was a scared boy. Such a scared boy.
But what's just like really out of like with the volume up, like a bunch of gain, and it's not leveled at all. For it just sounds super out of place.
Oh god! If I had the time and patience and knew how to reset it back, I have like one of those like fancy mic things where I can mess with all that live. But I don't know. Like,
I mean, you can always take a video of it and just try and do the audio over. Like, I'm really starting to enjoy the Red Dead Redemption 2 Thug Life memes. Those are starting to pick up, and I love it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like gifs and videos of like people lassoing each other, and that were making me laugh.
Bound to the will of a dead god.
So I can only imagine those are good.
Perhaps a compulsion.
Some of the stuff in multiplayer has been interesting. Like those lasso physics are really nice. Like people have tried to do things like jump off of a bridge and have their buddy lasso them in midair, and it legit does grab them, and you can pull them back up.
Oh wow, that's fun. If you two were transported in the Dragon Age Inquisition world, which of you two would drink from the Well of Sorrow? Well, I ain't, so Jordan, I'm just going to kick you in.
I'm like, yeah, I'll try it.
Why not? What would you, though? Like, if you actually had the choice?
Somebody's got to write the Arrowhead article. I mean, goddamn.
Well, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. We'll somehow be dual inquisitors, and I'll be like, yeah, Jordan. I'm just not even gonna ask. We'll just push you in there. Like, bye. Whatever, man.
Write up a very detailed summary. Like, the trip lasted about 90 minutes, and I started hearing Avril Lavigne songs out of nowhere.
But it's in the world of Thetis, so who's Avril Lavigne?
Shut up! Don't worry about it. Look, there's a ghost.
Boo. Which in the world of Thetis is like, spirits, I know. Oh god.
I know the most dangerous. What does everyone think? Morgan the most. No, she's like, fuck what everybody else thinks. I'm using this thing.
Yeah.
If anyone is to use the well,
just like holds her nose and like does a swan dive.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand
and
let
God,
the rest
dog.
go to waste.
We got an unhappy puppy.
This knowledge stays with the Inquisition.
Would the well work if you were pushed? I always figured it was a choice thing. That's a good question. I don't know.
I am forever balked by those who believe they know better
You know, I don't know.
Drink if you will.
Like if you were forced to drink, would you?
Steal your will to do it.
That's interesting. Morgan pushes the Inquisitor in there.
Yeah.
It's like, Jinx, now you can't use it.
Now I know why Caitie likes souls, because he also believes in ghosts. But in the world of Thetis, spirits are real. Like, oh god. Michael's typing something up, and I can only imagine what he's sarcastic thing he's saying.
Why am I here?
Oh god.
Corypheus.
That is like a joke that you have to watch Red Letter Media to get. And then so, hot take, can you vape the well? Can I cook pasta with the well and then eat the pasta, and then would I be able to get the well?
Interesting.
Oh my god.
I can't understand what you're... Look, will you help me or not?
Which maybe some people don't know, but like if you what the weird whispers you're hearing now are for the most part, I think for completely is Kate Mulgrew's voice as Flemeth, saying various things that she later tells you when you meet her.
Not dead.
So, fun fact.
Well, that's a relief. So, good? Bad? I'm dying to know.
I don't go on about ghosts that much. Goodness me.
This is the first time I knew that there was a ghost thing, that you were a fan of the Ghost Hunters.
Well, I haven't really watched it that much, but they were fun. Oh god. Oh man, that image of Tamar looking so proud and dignified at Corypheus now that she's drunk the well is so Tamar. Oh man.
Through the mirror.
Oh, did you see that email I sent you where someone on Instagram? Oh, I should pull up that email actually before I go any further. But they drew Tamar.
Oh, I did. I liked that photo on Instagram as well, and I left a comment on it. That was really good.
We find the person. Well, here's the email, but they probably don't want me to say their name on their emails, so let me go on the Instagram and say their Instagram account. Amethyst Phoenix. Amethyst Phoenix, thank you very much. It is beautiful. I'm going to actually link it in the chat now. Where's the chat? Here's the chat. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful fan art for us. I wish Tamar was pregno in the well scene. Oh god, no, please. Oh.
Did we ever establish who Corypheus is within the whole band motif? Is he like a music critic, or is he like a rival?
I thought we said I thought it was supposed to be a rival band, but I can't remember very well.
Could be something like that, or he's like the FCC. No, not the FCC. He's like some kind of censor.
The YouTube algorithm. I don't know. He's the record label. I wouldn't say the record label. I would say the Chantry's the record label almost.
Emmerich says Tamar's baby daddy.
Nah. He's the man. I kind of like the man.
Well, I mean, if we look at who Corypheus is, Corypheus was a Tevinter mage who tried to ascend to godhood. So is he a former, now retired musician who's trying to buy the record label? He hates Tamar and he's going to, like, cancel all her projects.
I almost feel like it's kind of like maybe like one of those 80s or 90s movies where, like, the guy that likes classical music is trying to, like, you know, beat down the rocker. Like maybe he's like a concert pianist.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, there could only be orchestral music.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, this is loading way too long. I'm a little bit concerned.
Uh-oh. We broke it. How did we, what scene is this?
I don't know, but it probably includes everyone, so...
Did we not go... Did we go through the Alluvian for that last time, if that makes sense?
Yep.
And, okay, so now this would be back in the war room. Well. Man, right as we're about to end, it had to go...
Didn't we have that also when we were trying to do that one scene with Morgan where we went through the Alluvian at Skyhold? Didn't we have problems with that also, I want to say? Or no?
I don't remember it. We might have, though. Because I just sit here and talk the whole time. Sometimes I forget to look at the screen. So maybe I was just talking the entire time we were having problems and I don't remember it. Well. What do you want to do, man?
I think we're stuck, right? It's been loading for quite a while.
Yeah, I'll trust your judgment. Hopefully it just, like, saved and, you know, we won't have to go fight things again because we just went through a lot of cutscenes.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, it should have auto-saved right as the cutscene was ending.
You would think so.
You would think. I think we're going to have to hard close out of it, though, because it's just been on this thing for a while.
All right. Do we want to take off any mods or just try it again with what we got on and see if it works?
Let's give it one try.
Okay.
Damn, yeah, I'm gonna have to task manager out of this.
Oh boy.
Not
we really exploded.
closing. Avril Lavigne has had enough. She's like, enough.
Still waiting on the Jinx compilation video. Are you gonna make one? He shrugs. Are you gonna make our dog a superstar? No? You don't want to inflate the dog's ego. Good answer. She's quite spoiled. Oh boy. YouTube finally caught up to us regarding Jordan's pedo jokes. They gotcha. Alright, how's it looking? Or is it still loading?
Title screen, I'm doing continue, and yeah, now it's loading.
Alright, let me know if it works. Because I'm like 6 years behind or whatever it is.
Nope, it's the whole fight scene.
We have to fight what's his face again?
Uh-huh.
Oh golly.
That's
fucking...
So
okay,
now
hold on.
we have to take mods out.
Yeah, hold out. Because I don't want you to have to fight this again without taking out those mods.
So we gotta go
also,
we gotta go back to vanilla to be sure, right?
Yeah, like I do not want you to sit here and do this for your own sanity.
Yeah, no, I agree. Crap, okay, so we gotta take everything out, recompile,
fight Samson again,
go through the cutscenes.
I would definitely spam through those cutscenes, though. We don't need to watch them again. We got the gist of it.
Yeah, 100%, but then find a place to save, etc.
And then recompile. I think as soon as we get done with the level, though, we just end it, though. It's already 8:13. It's going to take us a hot second to do Samson again, so...
Totally
I think
agree.
as soon as we say, that's probably where we should end it. But...
I agree.
I thought we were done with crash. Like, this has been the first major crash in a while, you know?
I agree, yeah. Let me pull open mod manager.
Hopefully when we switch over to Frosty, it won't be that big a deal. Also, the Trespasser's gonna be really short compared to Frosty. So here's a question. The next episode is going to be probably where we defeat Corypheus and we get the dragon from Flemeth. Is that going to be a whole 2 hours? Because we won't be able to start Trespasser. So I guess we might have a short episode, or we just dick around for an hour if we finish early.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. That's a good question, though.
Maybe we just dick around and try to level up, because at the very least we'll need 8 power for starting Trespasser. So maybe we just need to collect that.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just do that. And then... Wow, so hold on, let me get my calendar out. If this weekend is What Pride I'd Wrought, which we already done it, next weekend we technically finish the game, we could easily finish Tamar's thing by the end of the year, you know?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, wow. I don't know what we're gonna do after this. Like we talked about me doing Mass Effect. I don't know if you're still into that.
I think that would be fun. Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I'm moving things around in the mod folder.
That is totally cool.
And then
the stream crash. Oh, go ahead.
I'm almost getting somewhat done with Andromeda also. And I'm probably going to do some of the loyalty stuff after the main quest, because that's basically the order I think it's best to do it in. And then after that, I don't know.
Yeah. We knew what we were going to start with gaming-wise, and now that we're kind of getting close to the end, we're like, oh, shit. Now what do we do?
You know what? KOTOR would be interesting. Like, if I was to do Knights of the Old Republic, I think that might be interesting because then I could
yeah.
I would be able to. You know what?
Do it.
Because that's when I can finally do the Last Jedi thing during KOTOR 2. Because that's where a lot of my understanding of like I think Knights of the Old Republic 2 has some of the best like fundamental Star Wars understanding between like Jedi and Sith stuff. It's really good. It's a perfect opportunity to do that stuff.
Yeah, I would say you have to do it now, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do Knights of the Republic
right after you play NBA whatever it is and do Baby Jam Jam.
Baby Jam Jam.
Yeah,
that might be funny. Okay, it's wait, no, I just took all this stuff out.
Did you compile it?
I was taking stuff out of the mod folder, but now it's back in the mod folder.
Dun dun dun. I should do DA2. I will do DA2 after I do Dragon Age Origins. And Origins is still going to take a hot second because I'm in the middle of the Dwarven quest, and then I have to do all the DLC for that. But I will eventually get to all the Dragon Age games. So... Are we talking about the Warden showing up? Okay, here's my rant on the Warden showing up. They should do it. The cowards, because
I'm fighting words.
I'm just doing that for hilarity. That's probably not even that funny. Anyway, but they should do it, and it should just be like a really simple, kind of like Hawk. Hawk only came like they probably have like maybe 5 minutes of content, like back to back to back, all of their lines. It's really short. Just have that, very very simple. Maybe like when you make the Warden's face, you can choose between 2 voice sets. Not make them not have a lot of lines. They just pop in and say, "Hello, I am the Warden. I'm doing Warden things. Woo, goodbye. I'm still in love with my love interest."
Well, first of all, Caitie is gonna do the voice for the female Warden.
with that garbage. Hello, I am the Warden. It's like the Swedish.
Can you imagine people listening to that?
Oh,
and then they're like, "Oh no, I'm gonna use my male Warden instead," and it's just me going like, "Hello, I am the Warden."
Like that's the only line they have at all. So like whenever like the next protagonist is like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here." "Oh, hello, I am the Warden." "Oh, okay, great. So do you know what's going on?" "Hello, I am the Warden." Oh God. Mrs. Doubtfire as the Warden.
Can you imagine? This is like some horrible curse. That's all they can say, and like there's some really important decision that they have to decide, like who's gonna live, like Liliana or Morrigan. And
there's like crying.
The poor Warden is just like, "Hello, I am the Warden."
It's like that Dexter episode with Amelie Dufresne. Like Alistair goes up to the female ward, like, I just want you to know I love you. Hello, I am the Warden.
Jesus Christ. Fucking BioWare is going to listen to this one day. It's going to be like, who are these people? And why do they think that they like our games?
Why do people like them?
They seem to be mocking us every chance they get.
Oh God, that's what you do when you love something. You make fun of it.
It really is, though.
Oh God.
It's
like when you're meeting someone for the first time. You're like, "Hi, my name is Caitie. How are you? Nice to meet you." You meet a friend. You're like, "Sup, bitch?"
That's exactly what it is. Right. Like I will talk so much shit about the bugs that never got patched out of Mass Effect, or just like the things that are wrong with the design of it, and like nobody loves Mass Effect more than me. But like every time I replay Mass Effect 1 and the fucking cover system just sticks me onto something that I do not want to be stuck onto. Like I'll go on a 15-minute rant in my own head about how stupid the cover system is in this game.
I look forward to your Mass Effect 1 playthrough. Oh God.
It got so much better in 2 also. Like I remember the first time you just like snap into cover. It felt like Gears of War good. I was like, holy shit, this is so much better.
I will say that I don't remember much of Mass Effect 1, but what I remember, sometimes it was kind of a slog. I got through. It wasn't like there's Andromeda slog and there's Mass Effect 1 slog where it's just like, I'm not really into this. But
yeah, I mean, people got to remember, BioWare had never made a shooter, not ever. Like, they never made anything in a modern sense anyway. I think their first game ever was actually a mech game, if I'm not mistaken. But they not in a modern sense. They never made anything. They had, you know, lightsabers and, you know, blasters in KOTOR that were like, you know, auto aim, like turn-based, practically role-playing blasters. So yeah, like they never had anything, and so it was just really interesting to see that happen.
Jordan, here's a pitch for a Split the Veil episode. Maybe we should start doing, you know, like more obscure BioWare games, because we do label ourselves as a BioWare, you know, fan cast or whatever. Yeah, and maybe our first one we do it on Sonic and the color rings or whatever the fuck that.
Oh, that one's. I played a little bit of that too. I don't remember it.
Really? Oh well.
But I had a DS, and that was just like peak BioWare awesomeness. So I was like, yeah, I'll play anything BioWare. And then I was like, no, I won't.
Never mind. I don't know much of Sonic games. I hear it was one of the better Sonic games, but there's been some pretty shit Sonic games.
Oh yeah, and look, Sonic. I think Sonic is awesome as a platformer. I think in its heyday, like Sonic was a great platformer, and the most recent. It's not that recent, honestly, but it was like Xbox Arcade episodic Sonic that they did. That wasn't bad. I didn't play it, but from what I understand, it was actually sort of accurately vintage Sonic.
The only Sonic game I really liked was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The game itself was bullshit, but it had like this side, not really quest, but like a mini game inside of it where you raise these little like cute little cute little like Chow, I think it's pronounced. I don't really know, but they were just the cutest little balls of tubby cuteness, and you got to like raise them, and like you get to like collect thing when you play the game, and you could make them look like little animals or like different colors, and like it was this actually a very good like raising little cute things game. Like I loved it. That was like I wish they just released a game like that, but in full, because it would have been a lot better than whatever Sonic has become now. So.
Damn, Samson is like I'm not saying he's like 12 feet tall, and he just smacked Tamar across the courtyard. What is
this? Big man.
What is this like spammy attack? Honestly, like that's his attack. He just does a pirouette over and over and over and over again.
Oh, sorry. And Sim and Taylor says whenever I hear people think about Sonic, I can only ever, or whatever, think about Chris Chan. Do you know Chris Chan?
No.
Oh, Jordan.
I might. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh, Chris Chan. Oh God, that fucking guy. I don't.
It mustn't.
N7 Taylor, help me out. How would you describe Chris Chan? It's like, I will openly say this is a guy probably in like the early to mid 2000s that definitely has some sort of like mental disorder where he doesn't process things very well. And it was this guy who came up with a Sonic comic. With like his self-inserted character called Sonichu, which was like a mixture between Sonic and Pikachu.
Oh no!
Those who drank from the
and like it got really wild. I think I want to say 4chan got a hold of it, and like it got fucking wild, Jordan. Like someone at one point like held something hostage, and like the only way to get it back, I think it was like some of his data or something, was for him to like make a video of him like having sex with his PlayStation 2, and he actually did it.
No, we
the elf nearly brought the walls down upon us.
Yeah, like some really crazy, like this, like it in a way, it like is well, he's definitely bullying this poor guy, but at the same time, he's really weird. Well, I will say though, I think recently he's actually gotten in kind of trouble for it because he's transitioned to a woman. But well, hold on. He does it to get women, for sympathy for women. And he has specifically said that the only reason he has transitioned is because he wants to get sympathy from women. It's not that he feels he's trans. He just wants sympathy from women, which I think is really fucking weird. But
as if the rest of it wasn't weird. He's having sex with his PS2. Wow.
Yeah,
it. This, Morrigan?
Like maybe gone back on that. I don't know, but like it is a wild tale.
I didn't know that existed, and I'm not surprised. I'm just.
So you will take what
little there's a channel called Down the Rabbit Hole that has an episode about Chris Chan. It's weird beyond belief and goes in depth with his history. I think I've seen that, and go watch it because it is a wild story. It really is.
Yeah. Well, that's. Holy moly, yeah, that sounds fucked up. Wait, how did we get onto this?
Someone
Sonic
mentioned Sonic,
Biomarking.
yeah.
Drink
I think he's the reason why I believe that like Sonic fans are a little bit odd, because I haven't met a sane Sonic fan.
Well, look, they are definitely odd.
Yeah.
Can't say that they're not.
It was bizarre. Wait, when did Vivian get in the royal outfit or whatever?
I think for some reason that texture or whatever, I don't know, it looked better and it was modded somehow. I don't know.
That's really weird. Yeah. I don't know.
That's what she's wearing. All right, moment of truth.
Oh.
Everything's loading okay so far.
Yeah, sort of, except at one of the when you were spamming through the cutscenes, when Tamara was getting up, it hadn't yet like loaded the water out, so she was just underwater. Anyway, Sonic fans, not as Sailor Moon fans. I know you're trying to goad me, but that is just so untrue. Like, have you seen Sonichu? Is there a Sailor Moon equivalent of Sonichu? No. Oh God.
So I'm still trying to go back. Why did this guy fuck a PlayStation? What did they?
I do not remember what they held hostage of his. I don't remember, but it was some like data he had that he really wanted back that they somehow stole, and they said we'll give it to you back if you do this, and because he's mentally handicapped, he did it.
To report we won the battle, Inquisitor.
Oh, that's terrible.
When you went through that
yeah. It's like a mix of he's terrible, but then also he's kind of terrible too. So it's like this weird.
Perhaps he spent so long trying to get into the temple.
Where like you start to feel sorry, and then you read about some of the things he's done, and you're like, am
I
though?
For every good thing enabled by people being able to reach out to one another on the internet, there's a Sonichu apparently.
Yeah, like I think maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought there was also some like him creeping on like really younger girls, and I was like,
because shit like this wouldn't happen without the internet, right? I mean, this specific thing, a guy writes a fan fiction, puts it on the internet, and like hack his data. Fucking 4chan hacks his data, and then he fucks the PlayStation 2. I don't think there's any way that could play out without the internet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's definitely like people like that in the modern age, where like given like 100 years ago, they would have been weird, but they would have been fine. But like nowadays, because the internet, they just get destroyed.
Then we'd have to rely on her.
There's one example. I'm not gonna. So there's a YouTube channel out there with this lady who is so obviously paranoid schizophrenic, and like she like makes videos that are absolutely insane. Where she goes about like I don't want to be too specific for reasons I'm about to go into, but like government conspiracies, and she's really obsessed with a certain character, and like she's in love with the character. It's really insane. And like I somehow stumbled upon it when not a lot of people knew about it, and I low key kind of loved watching the videos. It was like, oh, this is so fascinating, because like I like mental health stuff, and like one of my favorite videos of her is like her talking about her life, and like she like it is so like in the paranoid schizophrenic mindset that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But every once in a while, you could pick up a little thing that's like, oh, this is what's really happening. Her meds weren't poisoned by the government. She just stopped taking her meds, and that's why she's like, I don't know. I found that really interesting. But I'm going to say evil podcast found out about her and like started like emailing her and playing into her delusions and like it was honestly just awful. And like at one point like I couldn't like watch her stuff anymore, so I just like backed away, and then I went on to see what had happened a
Are you
couple
certain of this?
months ago, and like they had gotten her to like upload naked pictures. It was really awful. I felt really bad for her.
God, it's terrible.
But, yeah, so like if that woman was just without the internet, all alone, she would have been fine. She was on it, like she was paranoid schizophrenic, but she was taken care of. She would have been okay. But the internet got in there and just fucking like played in her delusions, like did all sorts of terrible things. Like
I'll see to
it
Skyhold's
just really
defenses
sucks,
in the
you know?
meantime.
It sucks. So I know like I have sympathy for her, but not Chris Chan. For I don't know. The more I read about Chris Chan, I'm like, yeah, that guy's kind of he's mentally handicapped, but he's also kind of creepy. So I don't know. I don't know, but
Christ.
it's.
All right, well.
People suck.
The internet, the internet's terrible, guys. Thanks for showing up. We'll be here next week.
Yeah, this was sorry. I just got a tangent there. Yeah, sorry for making everything dark and terrible.
No, you're good. Well, I mean, we are done now.
Yeah, we are done. Yeah, hey, I promise we'll be happier next week.
Oh wait, do we want to end on a better happy note and punish? Who are we punishing? Samson?
Yeah, let's behead Samson. Let's just do that.
Let's do something nice before we end.
Yeah, let's behead him, man.
We'll just do it vanilla, right? We don't want to recompile and everything.
Yeah, let's do it vanilla.
Wait, it's not there.
It's not there?
Or do we have to do a war table first?
Oh, there is the war table to get Samson. Oh, that's stupid. Well, I guess just set up the war table and we can get to it next week. Ah, dang.
Okay, so we'll do it next week then, right? But then we'll have the mods back on and we'll just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see Josie's monobrow and emo dark skyhold.
All right, cool. Yeah, so then like you said, maybe a couple more, 3 more, something like that.
Yeah, depending on how far we get into Trespasser. Like, I can do Trespasser in one sitting, but I don't know how long it actually takes. You know what I mean? Especially if we might have crashing and we're going to be very underleveled. I think they recommend like starting Trespasser around like 20 or something like that. And we're like, we might be 15.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah, at the very least 1 or 2 episodes. So like we might have a, I don't know, maybe Tamar gets a little bit of 2019 action, but I think for the most part, by the end of January, we're going to be on a new Saturday stream.
Will be exciting. All right, yeah, so we got a couple more left to go. DA Day stuff is going to be happening. Remind the folks, what's the schedule look like?
On December 4th, that's a Tuesday at 12, noon EST, I'm going to start streaming Dragon Age 2, and I'm going to try to beat it in a day. That's about 8 hours from my timing. I'm going to have guests I think like there's going to be 2 or 3 hours where there's nobody scheduled. I'm still working on that though. But like Jordan's going to be there at 8 p.m. We're going to have Fusselcorn and Call from the Kingdom on at 4 p.m. EST. So it's like a whole bunch of things. We'll have the exact schedule announced on our Twitter. I think it's Unofficial Dragon Forage Day. But yeah, I was going to be on the official Twitch channel for Dragon Forage Day. And please check it out because we're working very, very hard on it. So thank you very much. Oh, I should also say after I stream, Kessel Run is going to be streaming as well. And she's, because she has connections to BioWare, she's actually going to have some voice actors on her stream. And that'll be fun. So, woo.
Awesome, awesome. Looking forward to it. DA Day. Otherwise, we're planning to be back streaming again next Saturday, right?
Unless the world explodes, yes.
Oh, shit. And you know what? Even if the world does explode, we might just manage it.
We'll stream in hell.
And we're still going to be making stupid jokes about Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably going to be a soundtrack.
With us to be like, guys, what the fuck?
We're going to show up and we're going to realize that's all they play in hell is Avril Lavigne.
Specifically that one Hello Kitty song.
Exactly. All right, cool. I guess that's it. I guess we're done for this week. We appreciate everyone coming out. You guys are fantastic. You're wonderful. This has been so much fucking fun. This was a great stream.
It was something, I'll tell you what.
All right, everybody. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.